him the toughest time. A ground ball hit right at him, a routine ground ball.
Right, that's
really
good.
Cleaned up his fielding mechanics.
That's good.
But he was having a lot of trouble making accurate throws on balls that he had a lot of time to get the ball over to first. That was a good example.
All right,
of the
now let me
work
just
he
bring
put
this
in.
up. Yeah, I have 2
throws
monitors
now
now, so I'm kind of getting
All
like
that
if you see me
has
ever
been
like
giving him
looking
trouble,
away
and
from the
it comes it
camera,
over to first to
that's
chest
because
on
my
throw to
monitor
Jonathan
to the
Scope. Two up and
left
two down.
here.
That leaves it up to Odubel Herrera.
All right.
Lefty against righty in this matchup.
My mic all messed
First
up.
pitch to Herrera, line
All
drive,
right.
right field deep, trouble, way back and gone. Odubel Herrera with his 4th home run of the spring.
Hold on, let me get my playback up.
On-roster invite making a strong
I don't have
bid,
my
and it looks
audio,
like some
my proper
latest
audio put
roster
in yet
projections. He is going to be in that opening day lineup for the Phillies because of things like that. Being able to hit with power, driving it into
Kind of a sloppy
bullpen
start.
in right. This is what A.J. Hinch has talked about with
Fish, just watch.
Julio
Just
Teheran,
got a
the value
Shinola
of
watch.
Julio Teheran.
Oh, you just got a Shinola watch? Congratulations,
He
man.
gave up a home run the other night in Toronto, and he said, what did he do? He just kept attacking the strike zone.
All right,
And
I'm getting everything
just a
set up right
reminder,
now. Just
didn't
give me
let it
one
phase
moment.
him. A reminder to the younger pitchers.
Yeah, I have 2
Start
monitors now, you
shying away
guys. I'm
from
official.
contact.
I'm like I'm big baller
Keep
shit
pounding the
now.
strike zone.
When I look over here,
Said
I'm
look
looking
for
at
contact
OBS,
in the zone
and
early
you know
in
I
the
can see all
at-bat.
my
You get the
settings,
2
all the
strikes,
cool
look for
stuff.
the wipeout. Look for the pitch
me
that can
do-
put a
just do an
hitter
audio
away.
check.
And he's done those things very consistently well all spring. He's always a low walk guy, and then the walk started to
All
creep
right.
up the last couple
My
of
mic
games, as you
feels
mentioned,
like
in
quiet.
Atlanta. And again, it was seemingly related to some shoulder issues that he
abnormally
wasn't really
quiet?
even aware of. So to have the velocity back, there's certainly some sharpness on the slider. This guy can lead by example, but also be a great, valuable resource for some of the younger pitchers. We're trying to put all these things together, the ability to pound the strike zone and get
let me
out.
do something here real
2-0,
fast.
soft little tapper.
Let
out
me
in
just
front
get
of
my
home
Bluetooth
plate.
hooked up
Ramos
real
will pick it up
fast.
to the right of home, fire down to first.
Sounds normal. I'm not like
Joyce
too
bounces
quiet
out on a
like
2-0
with
pitch.
like.
Home run for
What's up, Seth?
Herrera gives the Phillies the early lead. We go to the bottom of the first inning in Lakeland, Florida. 1-0 Phillies. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Sorry, I'm just getting things hooked up.
DraftKings Sportsbook.
Switch. Oh shit! I didn't realize there's 3 outs.
Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using
Let me
code.
mute that because it's a commercial break. Coming up for the Tigers, it'll be Grossman, Candelario, and Castro. Grossman, Candelario, Castro. You're freezing your ass off. I'm sorry to hear that, Chase. Hopefully your heater gets fixed up. 5 days and opening day, man. Yeah, this seems quiet. Like my mic seems off. Like that. All right. How's this? All right, let me check something here. Check. Yeah, I'm doing it's either gonna be gaming or hangout. Yeah, it's one of the two. Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, we sound more than fine. Okay. But yeah, right now it's a audio break. Let me.
Fresh for everyone.
Still audio break.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein. When you need help, you turn to family, and we are.
All right, there we go. I'm just getting used to the new two monitor thing. Obviously, like here's what. Yeah. Nice. It's kind of cool. So now when I do gaming, I could like have this up, and I don't have to worry about like everything can go back to full screen. It's nice. How is everybody? Hopefully, you guys are doing quite well.
Game time here in Lakeland, Florida. That's the warmest all spring. 91 degrees at game time with a light breeze.
Damn,
Game
91
time
degrees down there. Pitching for the Indians, it's
We're Little Caesars.
Aaron Nola.
First inning is brought to you by UWM, the fastest growing company.
Oh, you're getting your PS5 soon?
1-0 Phillies.
Stuck in
Robbie
Mississippi
Grossman leads
traffic,
off. We're at
damn.
the bottom of the first inning in the first pitch.
Audio and
This
the
is
audio
off
mix
to
is all
Robbie
good,
Grossman.
right? It's like a
1-0.
good mix of.
Aaron Nola is on the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies.
You guys lost 46-38. Oh, damn, tough luck when you get it. Okay.
Not much Not much in the
We
way
have
of
a 1-0
question
count
marks
for
the top
Grossman.
guys in the Phillies rotation. Swinging a foul out of play. Been a good spring for Robbie Grossman. He's crushed a couple of home runs in the
1-1
last
count.
3 or 4 starts. One was a bomb.
Football.
Here in Lakeland. Carried both bullpens. It's about a 20-foot wall above the bullpens in right center. He carried that.
As per usual,
Some say it
we'll be
actually
doing
banged
about
off
the
facade
7th
of the
inning.
office building, 3rd floor.
We'll be going live through
Behind
to the
concourse.
7th.
Curveball beauty for a strike, 1-2. And then he hit one
1-2 for
left-handed
Grossman.
in Bradenton, or right-handed, I'm sorry.
The Phillies are up 1-0 on a home run. We're in the bottom of the first.
Again, that's exactly what you
The
were
lineup
looking
today will be
for.
Grossman, Candelario,
This spring,
Castro,
Robbie
Willie,
Grossman.
Cabrera,
Power
Scope,
was
Mazzara,
noticeable
Ramos,
difference in his
Goodrum,
game
and
last year.
Jones.
And
2-2
he's shown
count.
he absolutely has that power. Fastball, wow. That's a good-looking pitch off the plate inside. That's the disciplined eye of Robbie Grossman. Been a rough spring for Aaron Nola, but I don't think veteran pitchers with a track record like this, anybody worries a whole lot.
Just getting
on
used to
spring
the two
results.
monitors
This
still.
is an ace.
Oh, yeah, in a few
for
years,
the
yeah, this
Phillies.
lineup's going to be
Line drive
great.
Foul into the screen down the right field line. Set the Tigers lineup for you against this now 27-year-old native of
So we have a
Baton
2-2
Rouge
count.
in Louisiana. Debuted as a 22-year-old, and he's just been consistently good. Last few years, he has been right at the
Baseball
top
streams
of
seem a little bigger. Yeah, during the,
rotation,
it's
All-Star in 2018.
there's a lot of people, not a lot of people stream Tigers games for some reason.
Into his motion, the righty delivers another 2-2. Swing and a miss.
Ah,
Ball
struck him
apparently
out,
was
one
foul
away.
tipped. No, it was swinging a miss down into the dirt, and the catcher, Real Muto, threw down to Hall to complete the strikeout. Nasty-looking breaking ball down and in to a good hitter.
I was kind of hoping we would wind up
So
with
it's
JT
Grossman,
Realmuto.
Candelario, Castro in the top 3 spots. Cabrera, Scope, Mazzara, 4, 5, 6. Ramos, Goodrum,
Nunez is going to be the
Jones,
second baseman.
7,
Okay,
8,
Goodrum's playing
9.
second. So
Probably
Scope
won't
plays
see the
second on a
DH
normal
spot will
day,
be interesting on the days
and
that
first
Miguel
would be
plays
normally
first.
played by Nunez.
Because
I think they
if you're-
announced Nunez
if
won
you're
the
AJ
first
Hinch, you're gonna
base.
be probably reluctant to use
Yeah, Passover does start tonight. Yes, sir,
your
Motor
2
City.
super utility guys.
Sundown.
Line drive, foul down the third base line. almost
Foul
hit.
ball. All one for Candy.
Ramon De Jesus, the umpire, beyond the bag at third. Candelario's had a very good spring.
Red Sox Pirates score in the
Not
top
a lot
left.
of power, no home runs, but boy, you love this
Oh,
line
yeah,
drive
it's,
drive
bottom
stroke.
one. You guys
know
got a
the
runner on
power is
second,
in
one
there.
out.
14 for 39 for Jamer Candelario so far this spring. But the DH spot will be interesting on days when Miguel plays first because you don't want to use Harold Castro.
Yeah, it's
and
a
Nico
radio
Goodrum,
only
super
today,
utility
so
types.
there's a bit of that.
Breaking ball off the plate inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
So it leaves.
Getting
Maybe
excited,
Wilson,
man. Baseball's
Ramos.
coming right up. It was the
As
last of
DH
like
some
the
days,
the boring parts
Tigers
of
normal,
waiting for everything to get
mostly everyday
started.
Catcher.
Very excited.
The 1-1. Fastball
Play
up
Warzone or
again. Could
Apex.
be
Yeah, I'd be
Mazzara
so
if the
bad at a
Tigers
game like
Reyes'
that.
Defense better in the outfield. And
Yeah, I
track
can't.
record
I'm
says
so
Reyes
bad
is
at
the
shooting
better
games, dude.
outfielder. It'll be fun to watch.
Nothing like the
Really
start of a
a
new
most
season.
unusual
Yeah, every
situation.
exactly. Every
There's not
team
really
thinks that
a
they have the
regular
team
first
this year.
baseman on this
You made
roster.
the right
The 2-1.
moves. You made the right
The line
signings.
drive into left field, sinking, and that will drop in front of Matt Joyce.
Hey,
That's what
base
we've
hit.
seen
We're gonna
all
get one
spring
on.
long for Jamer Candelario. Just a terrific spring.
Candy picking up right where he left off
40
last
now,
year,
just
and
line
now he's
drives.
getting another hit. So we got one on, one out,
Off his
and here
bat.
comes Willie Castro.
Up brings up Willie Castro. He had the sizzling start with 3 home runs in his first 17 at-bats. And no
Hello.
home runs his last
Hey, Maddie.
22, but just like this guy.
Every team says
you like
that.
the power.
That has like, oh
Yes,
shit.
the batting average on balls in play was high last year, and that almost always indicates that
He has
the batting average will fall
330,000
from,
subs.
well, its lofty perch of 349 last year. Candelario drew a throw, and he almost got picked off as he went back standing up. Hall swiped tag.
Why would it-
He just got back
500?
to the bag.
Dude, there's a rule to this. Like,
So how much of a correction is due for
I
Willie
only get
Castro
mad
when
if
you're
I
a
only have
low
like
walk
5
guy,
people
you've
in
got
a
high
stream
batting
when I
average on
go
balls in
live.
play. Yes, the batting average
That's
likely
the only time I go.
will
I'm like,
drop.
all right, well,
There's
it
a
just
strike
gets,
on the
you know, I
outside
don't want to
corner.
waste my
One thing
time.
to
or,
remember,
you know.
guys with good line drive.
But 500 people, man, that's a lot of
like
people.
A Willie Castro, like a Jamer Candelario, like a Victor Reyes. they can maintain a high batting average on balls in play.
Maybe
year in and year
Keviano
out.
Seminole Trey. What's up? What's
Not
up,
at
Dre?
the level that Willie Castro showed last year.
We got a 0-2 count for Willie Castro, it looks like. Or a 1-2
above
count.
350 to the 370 mark. The guys with the line drive strokes, they can do that. So
Exactly.
while batting average on balls in play is
Yeah,
an
I don't know, Mark.
indicator,
I hate
it
when
can be an
people who
indicator of the
have
season where
if
everything
you
was just
have
falling
like
for you.
anything
Guys
over
with
10
line
is a good
strokes through
stream.
history
Like
shows
I get
that
it.
usually
You know,
they
when you
can
have
maintain
330, you wish you had more, but
higher batting
not everyone's
going to
be here. What's up, Aberdeen?
Because when you start spraying line drives all over the place,
I'm having
more
a good
of those
day,
drop
Sage. How
than
about you?
Hard hit ground balls.
We have a
Miguel
1
Cabrera
and 2
falls
count
into that
for
category.
Candy, or 0 and 2 count rather.
0-2 is the count on Willie Castro. Another flip over to first to drive
Castro.
Jamer Candelario back. Aaron Nola
Sorry about that.
suspicious because the Tigers have been running all spring. It's been really
Yeah,
fun to
that is some
watch.
ungrateful shit.
Tigers, as of yesterday, were
We need to
20
get
for
RBT to Ray Rob.
24.
I'll
Now
eventually get
21 for
bigger.
26 stealing bases. It's a pretty good success rate, and
Brady
everybody's
got
gotten in on the
200.
fun
Hell
too.
yeah.
Castro waiting, long set for Nola. The pitch, swinging a foul over
Another
the
foul
screen.
ball. Keep it 0-2.
Somebody made a good catch down below us.
Let's go 1 and 2 or 0 and 2. I don't know. It says 0-2. So
2,000 for the games here in Lakeland.
I don't know why it's showing a ball right
8,000
here though.
plus 8,200 on opening day in Detroit, and hopefully
They
that
must
number
think
will
Candy's
build as
running.
The season goes on. The 0-2 is
You're doing good as
swinging
well.
and a
Just
miss.
counting down. Yeah, I know. Just 5
That's a
days.
really good changeup.
Hopefully we can
down
hit
and away.
Bieber. I
from
think
Willie
Candy
Castro.
struck out. Yeah. Or yeah, Castro struck out. So it'll be 2
This is
away
that
with the
really
runner
good
at first,
combination talking
and
about Aaron
the
Nola,
Phillies
guy gets
lead
a lot of
1-0.
ground ball outs.
Miguel
A lot
Cabrera.
of
Maybe he
soft
puts this one
contact.
out.
And just pounds the strike
I think we
zone.
go just above 500 for the
Aaron Nola.
Tigers. Just above.
Just very consistent year in and year out.
Like I said, I think
No
we
walks,
either
high
have a bad
strikeouts,
start
soft
and
contact,
finish
and a lot of
strong,
ground
or
balls.
we
It's a
start
terrific
very strong and have a
combination.
kind of poor finish.
Fastballs in the low 90s every year, right around.
I don't sense a
92,
consistent
93.
beat through the season
It's
of how we'll
fastball,
play.
Curveball and changeup. 3-pitch mix, and the breaking stuff, the off-speed stuff is terrific. Fastball, swing and a miss as he goes up in the strike zone on Miguel
0-1
Cabrera.
on Cabrera.
Quiet spring for Miguel, 7 for 34.
Candy
with a
at
home run.
first.
Signs that good power, gap-to-gap line drive power is still there. His home run was a deep drive down the right field line here that carried walls about 15, 16 feet directly down the right field line in Lakeland. Swing and a miss. Oh, man. That's a good change.
0-2.
He's got Miguel off balance. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Already 2 strikeouts for Aaron Nola.
Every Tigers fan
Those
thought the way we
curveball and
started last year,
changeup
we were
a
about to
lot.
be that team, the little team of destiny, and then we lost a whole shitload
By
of
the
games in a
numbers, by
row.
what opponents have done against those pitches.
What's up, Space?
It's the curveball that really has been his go-to pitch, most consistent pitch through the years.
Looks like a foul ball.
The 0-2. Swinging a little tap foul, stays off speed. He changes speeds on that curveball, too.
Cabrera's hitting 206 this spring, which isn't terrible. He's slowly rising
Upper
his average up,
70s on the curveball.
which is
Upper
good.
70s, mid-80s with the changeup, low 90s with the fastball.
Yeah, it was
Peterson
fun.
always
Yeah,
talked
that's
about
true.
he
It
wants
was fun
those
while it
3
lasted. That's a
different
for
levels
sure
of
fact.
speed in your repertoire as a starting pitcher.
Oh man, my neck kind of hurts. A little sore.
Miguel deep in that right-handed batter's box. Spreads out. Knees
17 and 16 after a 12-1 win against Milwaukee, and then after that we just started. Yeah, it was bad.
Classic pitching right there.
Miguel strikes
And
out
Aaron
there.
Nola strikes out the side.
I'm
allowing
going to
just
mute
a-
this because it's going to go to commercial break. I'm muting the game because it goes to commercial break. It'll be Kingery, Hall, and Torreyes due up. Kingery, Hall, and Torreyes for the Phillies. Top of the second, they lead 1-0. CJ Crone and Jacoby stayed healthy. Maybe Motor City. But yeah, I'll mute this as soon as it pops back in. Let's see. I didn't even look at how many likes we have before I start. How many likes did we get to already? 13 likes? Damn. We're only 7 away now from the stream goal of 20. So I'm sure we'll hit that by like the 4th inning. Yeah, nighttime baseball games are way better. I enjoy streaming baseball at night. I just do the whole game no matter what. And now 14. Oh shit. Now we're at 15. Now it's gonna just repeatedly just be like strikeout, 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 and another strikeout. How do you like this? Strikeout. Yeah, we'll probably play Monopoly tonight if I can get enough people that want to play. 17. Damn.
Us most.
Still
We're
commercial
here for
break.
It all,
Steve.
and always will be. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan.
Shut up, Blue Cross. Julio Teheran. He's pitching.
America's top-rated sportsbook app.
Nope, still commercial breaks. I don't know. The new monitor was only like $120 too, and it's really nice. The On brand from Walmart. It's not, it's not fancy, but you don't need fancy to have a nice new monitor. I might buy another one just so I can have because this one's a TV. This one I have a real computer monitor too.
Growing companies in Metro Detroit. First pitch is brought to you by PointsBet.
Yeah, Monopoly's fine. It's fun.
An easy way to bet. Download the
PointsBet app. You want to buy. You figure it out.
Scott Kingery at the plate. Expected to be on the bench for the Philadelphia Phillies.
I've still been watching old Tigers playoff games from 11 to 14. Still tough to believe we did not. Yeah, dude, it sucks we didn't win a World Series. I can't believe we choked against the Giants. That is one of the worst. We should have won, we should have beat the Giants.
Trying to find guys
no matter what, there is I get the 06 drop.
Hand him the ball every 5 days.
Boy, oh boy.
Because innings are going to be. For starting pitchers, are going to be watched so closely this year.
Yeah, for
miss at a slider.
For a new monitor, yeah, 120 is not bad. It's
7 years running, 2013 to 2019. Even as he dealt with some things he didn't even realize he had with some shoulder
that's a
issues,
nice
the walk
upgrade.
rate
One away.
up, but he averaged 31, 32 starts a year every year. Boy, freezes Scott Kingery with a terrific slider. And strikes him out. It's been a really good spring for Teheran. So
that's good. It's a 60 refresh monitor. So, it's a nice, pretty good, it is what it is.
11 innings, 3 runs on 6 hits with 1 walk.
Sports critic don't know. Mike, are you about to play Monopoly if we play tonight?
Has been for Chris Fetter and AJ
Tigers'
Hinch.
offense in 2012 World Series was horrendous.
Yeah,
dude, for as good as that offense was, god damn it.
Especially as he tries to figure out.
Dude, I hate.
Enough to get out major
do you guys know what it was like being a fan of sports for me in that year?
Like he wants, like Casey
it's 2012 started off with the Patriots losing to the goddamn New York Giants for the second time. Right? Not so bad, right? Ha ha, Patriots fans. Ha ha, Rob. Ha ha. Your Patriots lost to the Giants. Ha ha. Ha ha. You got pedigreed again by Eli Manning. Yeah, guess what happened? In November, later that fucking year to me. My beloved Tigers then lost to another team called the Giants. Oh, hello. We're the other Giants in sports. And guess what? We're here to fuck you too. We're here to ruin your dreams. The one thing you want more than anything is to see a baseball. You're one of your beloved Tigers win a World Series team.
Knows how to pitch with a low 90s fastball.
I'm not playing GTA, Dre. I'm playing Monopoly for like the third time, dude. You keep saying play GTA, and I've said I'm playing Monopolies for like 3 days, dude. You don't really listen too well, dude.
They've really got a valuable piece.
You spamming play GTA for like 3 days now isn't going to make me play GTA, buddy.
The chances are pretty good.
Not trying to be mean, but like, no.
More vintage
Julio
Teheran, who was so good. And
maybe tomorrow.
Times for the Atlanta Braves. The 2-2. Swinging a papa.
The Tigers pitching against the Red Sox was amazing.
Ramos tosses the mask away, makes the catch on the dirt track right by the Phillies dugout. Derek Hall pops out to the catcher, Ramos. But you look at the strike throwing today and the strike.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm going to do something risky. I've decided to reopen my Discord.
Fun to watch. He gets the game 2 starter,
now,
as we mentioned. The rest of the rotation, we know Matt Boyd's the opening day starter.
Don't make me regret it. What's up, Sean?
Game 3 start against the
Your girl's
Indians.
pregnant?
Be a week from
well, congratulations. What's up, Daniel?
Rainier and Mize.
What's up, Amir? There are rules
Now,
about my
your starting
Discord.
rotation,
You don't post
remember Spencer
any
Turnbull
fucking
was on
nasty
the
shit in there. There's no
injured
because there's
list,
kids in there. If you
non-baseball
post
related
porn,
injury list, so
I'll probably
we knew
report
that
you to
he
the
was
authorities.
following COVID protocols. We don't know anything more
Also,
about
don't
it,
spam
whether
and
it's
do not add
quarantine
anybody.
or what
You
exactly
don't
it
at
is.
people unless you're
And,
directly
that's
talking
just
to
how
them.
it's been
Other
since
than that,
last
the
year.
description, it's in the
When we
description.
find
You are
out
free to join.
either later from the player, swing and a miss.
Amir, we're playing
That's
Monopoly
the
tonight if
slider.
you want to come in.
You
I think
can't
Tim's
talk
in
enough
and
about
Mike
how
is in.
good that pitch has been. And I think with the strengthened shoulder,
Yeah, Dombrowski screwed us,
all the
Sage.
work that
100%
Tehran has done
Dombrowski.
to
Oh,
get
shit,
that
hold
arm
on.
slot to where he wants it to be.
100%
That pitch looks
Dombrowski
like it's
screwed
gonna be
us.
An absolute wipeout weapon. Swinging a little soft
What
tap
time
foul.
works for you?
It's mostly
Oh shit, Amir's got a game he's doing.
fastball, slider,
Fuck.
changeup, with the occasional curveball
What,
for Julio Tehran. He's fun to watch.
When's your stream? 1-2-2 out here in the
Forward did make
top
this
of
team
the
if you missed
second.
that
Oh, no
news
game today.
yesterday.
What about 10 o'clock? Does
He will
10
be
o'clock
in the
work for you?
bullpen.
I was hoping like
Pitching out of
9:30,
the
10
bullpen
o'clock.
has seemed to agree quite a bit with Michael Fulmer. Last two times out, he's been dynamite out of the bullpen.
He thought Phil
1
Coke
and
was
2 on
already
Ronald
with you.
Torreyes.
Dude,
Right
I know,
batter
Sage.
against the righty, swinging a foul out of play. Kind of a crossfire
Dave Dombrowski can
fastball.
build you an offense, just nothing else.
Still 1 and 2 on Torreyes. The bullpen has
Atlanta.
guys who can fill a
What for
variety
about
of
what?
roles. Alexander, Norris, Fulmer.
Oh, trying to
Holland,
move
they
up.
can
That's
all
what
go
I heard too. That
multiple
the
innings with ease.
Kevion said the
Alexander,
Patriots
Norris,
called a
Fulmer
couple teams trying to
especially
move
can
up.
go long.
You're down to me at
Don't
10.
use the
Mike, is
word
10 o'clock
long
good
man
for
around
you?
AJ
9 o'clock
Hinch.
your
He does
time?
not like that term because his guys are going to fill all
I'm sure
kinds of
Tim,
roles,
anytime
even
really
as they
works for
work
Tim,
long
so.
some days. The 1-2. Slider a little bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2-2 count here for Torreyes.
Utility guy.
It is 2 outs here in the
Been
bottom
with
of
the
the
Yankees
top of
and
the
Phillies,
second.
been around a
1-0
little bit.
Phillies lead on a homer. Yeah, that's good.
And
All
after
right.
those
All right,
four,
guys, we'll be
Soto,
playing Monopoly
Farmer,
tonight.
Cisnero, Garcia,
You,
those will
anybody's
be,
free to join,
you would think, the arms most days. That
but
will
you
be
have to have a
protecting
computer to
these.
get in the game. Like, you have to
late
have a
innings.
computer. Like, it's just like it's only computer. It's not
Reassigned to the
cross-platform.
minor league camp down
A
to
bit better about our
Toledo.
current bullpen, though. I
Just,
believe
just
Fulmer
didn't
and Norris
have
and
the stuff
Holland.
this spring.
Yeah, I think that's
Slider
yeah,
all the way.
and
That's
I think
actually a very good
with the
take by
closer, I don't know who the closer is going to be,
Pitch that's got a
but I
lot of
do like
swings and
that
misses
Norris
this
is committed to the
spring.
bullpen.
Again, just the
Holland's
one walk
committed
so
to being a
far
bullpen
for
guy.
Julio Tehran this
Those are
spring.
good.
Home
Holland
run
could
by
be a really
Odubel
good 7
Herrera
or
in
8
the
guy,
first
like a
inning.
setup guy.
Gave the Phillies the 1-0 lead.
Norris
That's
can
where
be
we
our
are, 2
long
outs,
reliever
bases
slash
empty
short
here in the
reliever to
second.
eat up 2 or 3 innings when we need
Pretty
it in
good
like the
chance
6th or
that
7 if
Tehran's
somebody
gonna
kind
throw
of cracks. And then
that's
you
gonna
could
reduce
slow
the
Holland
swing
in the
from
7th or
Torreyes.
the 8th,
The
and then
3-2.
Cisnero or Soto in the
Swinging a
closer
soft
role.
ground ball to
I'm kind of liking
charging
Soto to
Candelario,
try
scoops it off the
closing
dirt, easy flip
immediately
over to Scope at
with
first.
Cisnero
Reyes
right
bounced
on
out.
his heel.
1-2-3 inning for Julio
All
Tehran
right.
on the top.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. They go. Hopefully Soto gets it together. I would love for him to be a closer. He has lights out. Cisnero would be a good closer too, but I also think Daniel Norris could be a closer. We'll see about that. I remember when Prince Fielder. It's a commercial break. It's going to the next inning. I'll unmute the game as soon as it pops back on. It's Scope, Mazzara, Ramos for the Tigers. Scope, Mazzara, Ramos. 19. What do you mean 19? 19. I wonder how Norris would look as a closer, by the way. And I say that because I think I have this belief that starting pitchers who can go one time through the lineup and look really good, like guys like Norris, Shane Green. There's a lot of relievers. Oh, 19 likes. Oh, shit. We're 1 away from the goal. Look at us. Not even gonna. Let's see if we can get it before the bottom of the second even starts. I don't even think it's possible. It would be the fastest we hit the 20 likes, I think. Crazy. The bullpen's going to be fun to see because I think Soto, Cisnero, and Daniel Norris should be the contender for this for the closer, but we'll see about that. I called Shane Green being a closer the day I seen him pitch. I was like, "Oh, dude, that guy could be a closer." No one could figure out the Shane Green. The thing with Shane Green was you could not figure him out through the first for the first 3 innings of any game. You could not hit Shane Green. He was almost. Oh yeah, we got 20. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Okay, that's the goal of every stream. So thank you. We're kind.
Invites you to order your
Still a commercial break. Yeah, Prince Fielder always struck out in the playoffs. He's always been chasing pitches. Yep. Yeah, he choked in the playoffs. Aberdeen. That was the best discovery that he lived in a van down by the river. Tomorrow at 10, so should be good for today. All right, Amir. Hell yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I do think Shane Green, the slow change of him to a closer was so obvious for me because I seen it one time through the lineup. Now you just do three. You just do three batters. Oh, dude, Shane Green's unhittable. Almost unhittable. Should be. He throws 5-6 pitches like most starters, and you only see three batters. Oh my God! And you can gas it. That's unnatural. That is unnatural for a starter to go like that.
I mean, the way that Aaron Nola,
I think Rob Nen was living in a van behind the Iowa Cubs stadium when he got sent down to the minors. I like guys like that who just go, hey, I got some money. I can just live in a van. We're just traveling.
Breaking ball, change up, followed by a fastball.
Quickly 0-2 for Scope apparently.
Against Castro, Cabrera, and Grossman today. Struck out the side in the first with a single.
22. Hell yeah, Space. All right, likes aren't a big deal now. I do appreciate you guys though. Keep leaving them. I appreciate it. Next game is, yeah, make sure everyone, I'm sure most of us here do check out Amir's channel, but the sports critic there, he does a lot of basketball streams, football streams, baseball. Make sure you guys check him out. Right now he's in his basketball season, so I'm not hanging out over there as much or at all because I don't really care for basketball. But once baseball's there, if I'm not streaming, I'll be on like his channel. I'll be over there.
Curveball hung up, and Scope was all over it. That's going to get all the way to the corner.
Hey, double for Scope.
Jonathan Scope.
Yeah, I remember watching Shane Green first pitch for us Yeah, and I knew when he started getting shelled, it was literally like 1, 2, 3. He went through the first 3 times, and it was like lights out shit through the first time through the lineup. Then the second time seeing him, home runs, fucking everybody just hitting balls. And I was like, oh, okay, he's a reliever. And then I seen what happened when he would come in with like the bases loaded and nobody out. He'd come in and just strike the side out and go sit down with like fucking like it didn't even phase him. And I was like, oh, that's ice water. That's ice water in that dude's veins. He's a closer. Me and my dad were like, oh my God, that's a closer. And like we were just screaming until they finally fucking let him close games, and it was like putting on a glove for him. It was like, oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Oh, is Rob back? Okay.
Line drive right to first base, flip to second, and they almost doubled off Scope.
Good shot by Mazzaro, but it was an atom ball. Do you guys know what an atom ball is? But yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Sports Critic too. Amir, you can drop your channel link. What up, Kenny? Big Ken.
It's just the way A.J. Hinch talked about it this morning. I mean, again, the odds were so stacked. You have to talk about how
I remember him staring down the batter at home plate, and you could barely see his eyes. Yeah, no, that's closer shit, by the way. There's certain people.
Above low A ball. No games above
Shane Green will probably be a free agent until right before the season starts, Kenny. Somebody will grab Shane Green, Kenny. Don't worry.
Somehow he got better.
But yeah, there's a certain thing about you could just see a closer, and I think Daniel Norris is a closer. I have that same feeling. One away for the Tigers with the runner at second. A leadoff double by Jonathan Scope. 0-1 for Ramos.
He said that's not an easy thing for a.
You hope the Tigers sign him? I don't know, Kenny. We have too many promising.
Overly confident, but
I'd take Shane Green back. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I would. But I do think we actually have a good young closer in Soto or Cisnero or potentially Daniel Norris. Soto should be the closer. Everything about Soto screams closer. He throws some electric pitches, great movement on almost everything the dude throws. It dances when over the strike zone, electric fastball. Yeah, Soto's a closer. Everything about him screams closer. He just has to develop that fucking
soft tap foul. They don't have positioning systems like George Lombard has introduced.
You know who Nico Goodrum reminds me a lot of, Sage? And you seem to be a little bit older of a fan. Do you remember Brandon Inge?
Work on the things at the plate that he
1 and 2 count, by the way, for Ramos.
League numbers and again 29 games above low A ball.
Goodrum has really Inge-like vibes to him.
A lot of swing and miss. So really a great story that we've talked about a lot. But it's
when I say that, doesn't it make you go, oh, it is, isn't it? It's Black Brandon Inge, and I hate to refer to it like that, but that's really what it is. It's like, oh, okay, Brandon, you've reincarnated as the name Nico.
First game start out of the way, the 1-2.
Wow, okay, Nico Goodrum. We have, and he's going to make the team.
Rounding
He's a
third,
super
heading home
utility
is
player
Scope.
like Inge.
Throw is cut
Hey,
off on the
Scope's going to
infield by
score.
Hall. Scope with a head first slide across home. Anyway, 3 good swings to start the second inning.
There we
Tigers
go.
have a 1-0 lead
Ramos
on a Wilson
driving the
Ramos.
run. Hopefully he took
Sharp
second.
Line drive single into center field. Boy, in a 2-strike
Nope, he
count,
stayed at 1.
he anticipated.
Eric Haas. Oh,
Fastball
did
away.
we cut Eric
Haas?
Haas?
Thinking breaking ball off speed, and he got the
It's kind of a
fastball
tough
away,
luck
and
for
just
Eric Haas.
pushed
We have other guys who
into
are
center
just.
field. That's
This
the
team is
value
going to
of
be
having Wilson
competitive,
Ramos
by
in
the
this
way.
lineup. That's a
You
good
do not
at-bat.
want to get into a slump on this
Aaron Nola
team
just
if
keeps
you're an
getting ahead of
outfielder.
every Tigers hitter.
You'll be replaced like that. I'm talking
Scope doubled on
as
a
fat. Like
1-2.
you have an 0
Ramos
for
just sends
7.
him home on
But
a
bye.
1-2
Guess what?
pitch.
They're going to try someone new. Oh, by the way, did anybody else hear the news today?
So it'll be interesting
About
to see
how
if
they're
the
gonna carry
mix in
5
the outfield with
outfielders?
5 outfielders getting playing time for Reyes and for Akil Baddoo. But again, as AJ Hinch said, Badu's going to play. He's not just going to be the occasional pinch runner late or the occasional defensive replacement. He has to get some starts. They have to figure out if he can be a productive player. But
I already knew the news, by the
I
way.
certainly hope
They're gonna go
he's a
5
guy who shows
outfielders.
enough that they're going to keep him on that
Obviously
roster all year long.
Grossman,
You have to offer
obviously
a Rule
Jacoby,
5 pick back to the
Victor.
team from which you drafted him if he doesn't stay on your major league roster. Swing and a miss, change up down and away, and Nico Goodrum.
Mazzara.
Nico's 6 for 39.
Dude, how stoked are you guys that fucking our boy made the team, dude?
He knows
The
he
guy
has to
we've been
tighten up
rooting
the
for
swing
all
to the left
spring.
side, and it's been a
The minute we seen
struggle and a
Akil
process
Badu's
for
name,
him, and you'd have to say it's been a tough spring. But what he's also shown is that he's got
as the
great
Cleveland
value.
Indians.
with
No,
his
they're not
ability
till
to
next
play
season.
7
But I
different
think all signs are pointing that they're gonna go
backboard
spiders, right?
curveball for a
They've
call
decided on the
strike. That's a
spiders.
heck of a pitch.
Like just reverting back to their original franchise name.
A little more contact, especially from the left side.
Is
Just
that
makes Nico Goodrum that
all
much
signs
more
are pointing
valuable.
at they're gonna go to the spider name?
The 2 super utility types, Harold Castro and Nico Goodrum, both
What I was hearing anyway. I
can
heard
play
the
7
spiders were
positions,
the
and AJ
preferred
said it's
fan
not just
name.
that they can play those
And
7
let's be
positions,
real
they play them
honest.
well. That's what gives
As much
him
as
the
whatever you may
flexibility
not
that
like,
he clearly enjoys.
cancel
1-2.
culture name,
Swing and
I
Elevated
hate
the
that,
fastball
and fucking,
continues to be a problem
whatever,
for
who
Nico
cares?
Goodrum.
That's not, the Cleveland Spiders are an
Strikeout
arguably
for
cooler
Aaron Nola. That brings it
name.
up to Jacoby Jones. Castro and Goodrum will likely play mostly on
Number
the
one,
infield,
think
but
about two
carry
things. If
5
you're an Indians
outfielders,
fan-
there won't be too many times that
God damn it, 2
either
down.
of those two will play in the outfield.
There's one reason. Their colors are like blue and red.
Like what AJ
Dog,
said, he said, you know,
all the
game is gonna
Spider-Man
dictate,
shit
but
that you
we-
could get
we
with the
ambush him
partnership with
sometimes by
Sony.
just throwing him
Oh
into a game on a
my
moment's
God.
notice. And he says, basically, you can't overstate.
Dog, I
or
would be all
exaggerate how
over being
important
the
that is.
Spiders with
You have
our
guys who
with the
can
team
handle it.
colors that they
Okay,
have is like
whatever, what are you gonna
fucking
throw me? I'm a
Spider-Man
third,
colors
fine.
basically
You wanna go
already.
to the outfield
Oh
for the
come
ninth
on,
inning?
dude!
Fine.
It's literally a home run to call up
That's why
Sony and be like,
he
listen,
says- that's why
we
every
need to do
manager
a
has loved
partnership.
Harold Castro. Every manager falls in love with Harold Castro.
I get it.
I'll
It
always
was a
remember
bad year for them, Sage.
Ron Gardenhire talking about Harold Castro.
But like the PC thing,
coming
you
up
could
in
get
September
Sony
one
involved,
year.
get PC points for
He'd already
Sony.
gone home for the winter.
Sony would probably be like, oh hell yeah, we can get some
Tigers
fucking
needed somebody
PC
in
points
late
on this
September. He
shit.
said, "Just come
Disney
over
would
here and all you do is
100% be
hit."
behind some shit like that if
They've been
Disney
more
owns
impressed.
Spider-Man
So
now.
when AJ
Dude, you
said
just
that
got to
today,
think
I
like
immediately
there's
thought
so
of
many
that.
different
That's
things.
why every manager falls in love with Harold Castro.
The Braves and Blackhawks will
Attitude,
probably keep their name along with the
abilities,
Chiefs because no one's
different things he
actually
can do
like
to help out a manager.
really gone after those
Especially in the late
those
innings.
names because
Ground
they're
ball softly
done with
to
a
short off
sort
the
of
bat of
respect.
Jacoby
The Indians
Jones
is
underhand
just
flip
goddamn
from Torres
disrespectful
to
from the
Maton
get-go.
at second.
There's a giant fucking
1-1.
Chief
Jones
Wahoo
bounces
had.
out. Tigers
I
get a
I
run
know
on a
actual
double-single
Indians who find the
combination.
shit
Scope
with
a
that
double,
team
Ramos
sort of
with a single.
offensive. Like it's
After
like
two
what the
Lakeland.
fuck?
A
We're not even
one-time
like
Tigers and Phillies on the
technically
Detroit Tigers
what
Radio
team
Network.
they are. They're like Amir. They're basically like the Cleveland people that like the people of Amir, like Amir's people. That's what their team like. They're not even like. Why we got a mascot after the country of India? Like that's what I've always been confused. You know how confused I was before I moved to America? When I was like, wait a minute. They got whole team names after like the Red Sea is very cool. I do like the change to the Red Sea. I do like that. Wahoo was just fucking racist, dude. I'm sorry. That's just racist. I thought Cleveland Indians was about the country of India. I thought they were like this team that really liked Buddhism and shit. And then I came to America and quickly found out what it was. I thought Chief Wahoo was Buddha. I didn't even know, dude. I was like, oh, okay, they just really like Hindu shit in Cleveland, I guess. I don't understand that. That was weird. So as an outsider, I had no idea what that was. I was really confused. And then I was like, oh, they call Indians for some reason native. Oh, this is confusing. Yeah, no, they're not Indians, Daniel. They're Native Americans. They're not Indians. They're not people of the Indian continent. India, technically, I think technically Amir is Pakistani. But like Amir would be more of an Indian than the people who were born here in the Americas. Most of them actually would probably be like Chinese. If you did a deep enough ancestral dive, they're probably all Chinese or some shit. Siberian, Chinese, probably, yeah, probably Asian. They're probably Asians of some sort.
Pit Speeds brought to you every game by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
All right, game back on. It'll be Matten, Williams, and Hazley. And I only say that because I'm pretty sure they've proven that the Native Americans walked over here from Asia. So
at the top of the third inning,
most of the Native Americans are just Asian people.
This is a 7th-round pick 4 years ago out of community college in Illinois.
We'll have the Cleveland Kings.
Illinois.
LeBron. No, I think they're working on it. Cleveland's going to a new team.
Strike one pitch.
I've heard a couple good names. The Municipals are big. Why the Municipals? Is it because of the Cleveland municipality or something? 1-1 count, by the way.
Tigers had walk issues early. Then for a while, it
1-2.
wasn't a big deal. And then they hit a stretch about a week ago where the walks just piled up. Swinging a pop-up, slicing down the left field line.
Get it.
And that will hit the screen beyond the tarp 1-2 on Maton. There was a game with the Tigers.
Kind of cool that LeBron was able to get his hands on a baseball team, or on the Red Sox.
And it kind of was the end of a 3-4 game stretch with a walk.
I'm all for athletes getting a hold of these sports teams
and while
in
A.J.
some ways.
Hinch never really talks about times when he has direct talks with his team. You got to
PC Sage. I want to buy a PlayStation 4.
Some more strikes here. You have to be able to attack the strike
I do want to buy a PS4,
whether it was a direct
but they're so fucking expensive still. Dear Lord, dude.
Pitchers, like Casey Mize.
Even a fucking 500, like even a small terabyte, like
in the last
250 gigabyte. I'll buy a tiny bitch that only holds 2 games on it because I just want it for the show. Because apparently they're never gonna fucking put the show on PC. They said they was putting it on 2021. Oh yeah, we're coming to PC. PC and Xbox. Hey, everybody get excited. And then we couldn't get excited over here in the PC world. Dude.
Affects how those guys play behind you.
Municipal Stadium. That makes sense. You have no idea how angering it is to me.
Going back, Grossman tracking it. Back some more onto the track, and he'll make
the
catch.
Oh, they caught it. Okay.
Blowing, and it certainly looked like it boosted that ball, which was fairly routine.
Yeah, and you know, I wouldn't mind getting a PS4. I just don't want to pay. Like, if I can buy one for $150, I'll buy one. But like, other than that, I ain't paying for.
Tracking it as the wind pushed it.
I ain't paying that.
Catch on the warning track.
You know, I mean, I
brings up Luke Williams. But
I don't think I'll ever get one for $150, but I'll keep fighting. I'll fight the good fight.
Fun to watch Tarek Skubal start tomorrow because he's been quite
candid. Ooh, Tarek
Skubal
starts tomorrow.
This spring.
I still haven't decided what jersey I'm going to buy yet because they don't have Badu jerseys yet.
The Blue Jays.
We said we was going to get a Badu jersey if he made the MLB team. So now
Luke
I feel
Williams
like if I don't,
swings at a 1-0 and hits a high, soft fly ball into shallow right. Mazzara comes in, went back a step, then came in.
That'll end the inning.
An easy catch on a
lot of 1, 2, 3 innings.
Pop.
So that'll end that inning. Oh wait, hold on a second. Never mind, it didn't. Hold on. I thought that was the third out.
Working ahead consistently.
Let me go on MLB Shop really fast.
Herrera hit the home run. No other ball put in play that first trip through the order, and there were 2 strikeouts.
I seen you play Fall Guys and good stuff like that. What games are you into? I know you.
Adam Hazley
I know
at the
you and I
plate.
love Nintendo, which is awesome.
He swings and pops this one up into.
Yeah, I love
center.
Nintendo
Wynn's
games.
I like when
a grab
in the left center field gap.
Hey,
That was actually hit pretty well. by Adam Hazley.
3 gone.
Grossman
There we
makes
go.
the catch.
That'll end the third. We will go to the bottom of the third inning now. The Tigers will send up Grossman, Candelario, and Castro. It's a 1-1 game at the bottom of the third. We'll see if the Phillies keep their pitcher in, which is Ben Nola. We'll see. All right, let's go see if we can find. Yeah, I want to see if I can't find me a nice ass Badu jersey. If we want the Badu. Where's the Badu? Dude, they still don't have Badu jerseys, dog. Can you believe that shit? How do I... I don't understand the MLB shop. Like, what the fuck, dude? How does this work? Oh, Renato's not on the opening day roster. Oh, wow. Nunez is not on the opening day roster. Wow. So,
Invites you to order your
Nunez
favorite
did not
pizza
make
at
the roster.
LittleCaesars.com. Then pick it up from our convenient pizza portal or have it delivered.
Pizza.
All right, the game's about to come back on. Nunez did not make the roster. Okay, so Candy will probably be. Hold on. Wow.
Kids Club memberships include an exclusive Detroit Tigers backpack.
Somebody
hoodie,
misreported that
two-piece
to me
mask
today.
set, merchandise discounts, whole lot more. Go to tigers.com/kids club to learn a little bit more. Robbie Grossman leads on for the
Hey,
Tigers.
make
Top
sure
of the
you
order.
underwater. Comment on one of my videos,
with the
not
floating
this one,
situation
just
at
like a
first,
random one,
this lineup
and
today
I'll make
could
sure to
easily
subscribe
be
to your
the
channel.
opening day lineup. You
I'd
just
like
kind
to
of get
buy
the
a
sense that Miguel
fucking.
Cabrera,
Here, I'm gonna
because
just
he's
go
going
to
to play
Twitter.
at first. Will be
just
at
tweet
first
the
base on
Tigers
opening
directly.
day. That just seems to make sense. And then the key becomes
Where the fuck
who's
can
the
I get my
DH?
Badu
Ground ball to second base on a 1-0. A step to his right. Maytown fields and flips over to Hall at first. Robbie Grossman bounces out. Wilson Ramos almost surely will be behind the plate on opening day. As Reyes get a start in the outfield and Mazzara go to DH. These are the things that I'll be kicking around with Evan Petzold of the Detroit Free Press, because I truly can't remember another situation where really any team has gone into.
There we go. Hopefully they'll hit me back up. Tigers are
opening
pretty
day
good about replying to
without
me.
a set first baseman. You'll see it sometimes in the outfield.
What's up, Christian?
4 outfielders are rotating.
Yeah, I want to
in
start
3
playing. Like,
different
I know,
spots. You might see
one
it in
away
other
here in the
positions,
bottom
but
of the
at first
third.
base,
Now
it's
up is
rare. I'm sure it's
Candelario.
happened, but I find
1-1
it
game.
fascinating.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna
Again,
play.
speaks to
Like
what
once
A.J. Hinch
they're
values.
re-releasing the what's it?
He values that the flexibility
Wind
for
Wa-
his on
not
his
Wind
roster,
Waker.
and he knew carrying 5 outfilders. He had to get
Yeah,
that
Wind Waker is
flexibility
getting
in a
re-released on the
different
Switch.
way,
It's getting a port.
meaning carrying 2 super utility types and no 1 true first baseman.
Skyward Sword is coming out on the goddamn
Candelario
Switch,
swinging a
and I
pop-up
can't
on
wait
a
to
broken
play
bat
that.
down the right field line that will hook foul and over to make a diving attempt. It's the second baseman Mayton. Ends up right up against the base of the wall while the first baseman Hall
0-2.
was reaching up into the screen. They didn't collide. That was a heck of an
0-2
attempt
count.
by Mayton, though. It's just a little broken bat pop fly foul, and it's a strike 2
Yeah,
count.
it's going to be. That's what. Yeah, it's going to be fun underwater. I can't wait to see how it's
So that
implemented.
flexibility built in.
They're
Not a
porting it
surprise
to the
because
Switch,
A.J.
so it's going to
Hinch
be.
has
Yeah, I'm
talked
going to
about
be
it all
having
spring
fun with
long.
that.
It is fascinating how
I've been thinking about playing
there's a
some
little different
Pokemon
feel,
games. I don't know.
little different philosophies on how to construct a roster. And
Definitely
this
when the
opening
new
day
games come out, 100%.
roster
When that
construction
Pokemon Legends Arceus comes out, I'll be playing
a
that,
daily
not the
work in
remake.
progress throughout the
I didn't
spring.
like Diamond and Pearl, and I'm not
It
going to
was
like the gay-looking version of it
Kind of
now.
fascinating to watch it all come together for this new staff.
Does anyone know? I don't remember what we traded, but it was like because JD Martinez like fell over on like an ATV and like broke his leg or something. No, that was somebody else. I don't know what happened. Like he just couldn't figure it out.
And that's a heck of a pitch to get Jamer
or something.
Tigers had 2 good swings.
Candy goes down.
Aaron Nola last inning.
He was like a bust for the Astros, and he came to Detroit. Miggy helped him, and now he's good.
Impressive. 5 strikeouts, all on swings and misses.
But yeah, he was like bad. It was just like a bust situation down in for Houston for him.
A couple on the changeup, 1 on the slider.
If I remember right. All right, 2 down here. Here's Willie Castro in a tie game, bottom of the 3rd.
We've definitely seen him improve defensively. He swings in. He got jammed a little bit. That one is going to softly land in the glove of Herrera in right field. Didn't get all of it. Nola got in on the trade.
I don't know why I have that there. This game isn't on television. I should probably remove that because it's just putting people to like a random.
Efficient innings for both starting pitchers today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jesus.
The 4th inning in Lakeland.
We'll go to the 4th. It'll be Realmuto, Herrera, and Joyce. Realmuto, Herrera, Joyce, and we've only been in the game for 46 minutes. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Future considerations, probably. Just some silly shit. Baseball's weird. Oh yeah, fuck. I'm just not used to oh shit, what the fuck? I'm still getting used to multiple monitors not popping and everything popping up in front of me. But it is a commercial break. We are in the top of the 4th. The Phillies will come to bat with Realmuto, who I wanted the Tigers to get really badly, Herrera, and Joyce in the inning. Do. It is certainly weird though, like I'm looking at the OBS right now, just making sure everything's going smooth. It's crazy. You had sex before? No, that's for degenerates. I'm waiting until marriage, like Ben Shapiro. For some reason, I really miss the 2016 Tiger season. I didn't watch because of Brad Ausmus. What's up, Charles? Ben Shapiro's my hero. No, I don't care. I'm like I told you, Ben Shapiro's my hero. The Bible and hard work is my girlfriend.
Yeah, I ain't got no fruity shit, Mike. JT Realmuto leading off the 4th inning, 2-3-4 hitters. Realmuto needs the at-bats. That's why he made this trip today. No other regulars did, maybe, except Herrera. We're joined by Evan Petzel.
So Shapiro to be a homo? Press. Yeah, I know.
Dan, thanks for doing this. Thanks for having me back on. A lot to discuss today.
Oh, my goodness, there's a lot to talk about.
Holy shit, who's that loud?
Opening day roster on the Saturday before getaway day, which is, well, in my experience, that's unusual. It's early, and it's fun to be able to now analyze how the Tigers put together this roster. So there's a lot to talk about, as you said, with this roster and how it's been constructed. Check swing foul 1 and 2 on Realmuto. I want to start with Julio Teheran. I think it was early in spring that A.J. Hinch said, described Greg Garcia.
No, I thought Ausmus was a bad hire simply because we should have hired Ron Gardenhire. I boycotted the Tigers the day we hired Brad Ausmus. I quit watching. I said, we're going to suck. All that's going to happen is we're going to disappoint, not make the playoffs, or if we do, we'll barely make it, and then fall apart immediately because not a single player on this Tigers team is going to respect this joke of a fucking management hire. Yeah, I'm sure Miggy was really raring to get advice from fucking Brad Ausmus. When you could have hired literally the perfect replacement for Jim Leland. And Ron
the
Garden
stuff
hire.
back that you've written
Wow, that's
about.
a perfect hire.
It just
I was like,
seems
wow, okay, we're
because
going to go to
he's
Ron,
doing
one
all
of
the
Jim's
things you're
best
trying to
friends,
teach the
a guy
young
every
guys.
single player
This
in
is a
baseball
perfect
loves and
guy for this
respects,
rotation.
a guy
Yeah, we
that
talked
could
about
take
Casey
this fucking
Mize,
already
I was on
super
with you,
team
yesterday,
and
just
win
throwing strikes, and that's
multiple
what,
World
Julio
Series
Teheran
with, I
does really
think.
well, but,
He wouldn't have
comparing
made
that
the
Greg
dumbest
Garcia
mistake
comparison,
I've
I know
ever
Greg
seen
Garcia's
somebody
not gonna
make in
be
the
on
first
the
day they're
opening
hired.
roster,
David
with the
Price
team
is
this
my
year.
ace.
But yeah, it's the veteran experience.
Line drive, base hit down the left field line. Herrera's got Teheran figured out today. Nobody else does.
I think
In
David
the corner
Price
goes
is
Grossman.
the
Herrera
ace.
around second with a big turn and holds as the throw goes over the
Yeah,
head
that
of
made Justin
Castro.
Verlander very
Good run
happy,
the
didn't it?
trailer,
Oh, yeah,
picks it
that
up,
was a good
and
idea to
Herrera,
make the only
home
fucking
run and a
pitcher in the
double.
last
Nobody
20
else has
years
really hit a
to
ball
win a
hard
Cy
today.
Young and an
Yeah, and I
MVP
think, too,
award
going
in the
back
same
to
goddamn
Teheran and what he
season.
does well,
Yeah, that's a
when you
good
have
idea to
teams in the
make him the
majors
number
and
2 pitcher to
to two
David
All-Star
fucking
games,
Price.
and
Holy
you throw in a
shit,
ton of
dude.
innings. I mean,
I've
look
never
at
seen
what
a more
he walked
retarded
from
decision
really
in terms of
2013
management in
until
my entire life.
2019. I
But
mean, just the
I don't.
innings he was able to eat up.
What is?
Is everything you want in a
Can
starter.
anyone
He throws
explain to me why
strikes,
you'd
and,
put
you know,
Price
when he does
over
get into some
or
trouble,
David
you don't
Price?
really
I
see
like
him,
David Price.
you know,
Don't
get
get me
too out of
wrong.
whack or out of sorts.
Price
He
is a
kinda
good
keeps
pitcher,
a level
ace of
head.
most staffs.
It's everything that you
Not when you have
want
Justin
for-
Verlander.
even a guy
It's
like
not-
Matthew
there's no
Boyd can pick
comparison.
something up.
None.
Spencer
Zero.
Turnbull
Zip.
can pick
Zip.
something
Nada.
up.
None.
Mize and Skubal obviously are going to be able to pick things
Verlander
up
might be
along
one of the
way.
best
So
pitchers we've
it's a
seen
great
in
ad,
what,
my
50
opinion.
years? Like
Especially 'cause
seriously?
the
Like
stuff's
what the
there,
fuck
too.
was
The
that?
stuff is there. Swinging a soft little foul off the end of the
Dog,
bat
I'm
with
surprised
Matt
Justin
Joyce, the
Verlander didn't whoop his
one-time
fucking
Tiger.
ass in the locker room about
Well,
that.
Still hanging on.
I'm surprised he
More than
wasn't
hanging
fired
on. The
immediately
Philadelphia
for even
Phillies picked him up.
suggesting
He's-
he was thinking about
he's a guy
making
who
David
can
Price
still
the
pop
ace
one
over
out,
fucking
draw a
Justin
walk.
Verlander.
Obviously,
Oh,
the National
man,
League
that's
has to
dumb
play
as
in the
fuck.
outfield, and he can still do that well. Just a good guy, and you're just really happy to see
And then
Matt
Justin
Joyce still
Verlander pretended
in
to
the
be hurt
major
for the whole
leagues.
goddamn season.
Couple
Yeah,
years
you've seen
ago,
how
he
that
wasn't
goes.
even sure he
Players
would
started
ever find a
fucking
job, and he
rebelling
did.
immediately.
He's now
Lost
part
the
of
locker
Phillies
room.
team that this is a good offense. Matt Joyce is going to be a nice guy off the bench for manager Joe Girardi. The strike one. Swinging a tap
Dude,
foul.
and yeah, and
The
Verlander's
ball's
such
with
a good
2 strikes.
goddamn teammate,
So the
dude.
rotation
Oh
again,
my
Boyd,
God, dude.
Teheran, Skubal in this order. Urania, Mize with Turnbull on the.
I hate Brad Ausmus. Yeah, like I didn't watch till they fired him.
I was saying earlier.
I literally
it
watched
seemed
0
like,
Tigers games.
there's
And
a
I told
period
people,
where the
don't watch,
walks were
don't
just
go, don't
piling
support
up.
this
It's
team.
kind of been a problem
Don't fucking
early, and then they
support
really
this team.
started to
They
pile
fucked up.
And now in these last 4 and 5 days,
How
it's
much
like
I love the
message has
Tigers,
gotten
man.
through.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was
We
fucking
have to fill more
destroyed by the
strikes.
decision to hire
Because
Brad
the challenge
Ausmus.
right
I
from the
fucking
start of
quit
spring
this
training
team.
was
I watched more Padres baseball. I quit watching baseball for a while, I'll be honest.
Your bullpen to be effective,
It
you guys
ruined
have to do a
baseball,
whole
how
lot
bad
more
of a
than you did
decision that
last year.
was.
It seems like everybody absorbed that
I'm
message.
very
Matthew
dramatic
Boyd
about
seemed to be
certain
fired
things
up by
with
the-
baseball. Yeah, like I
by the
said,
challenge and the message,
you guys think I
and
like
as-
football? No,
as
I
camp is
really like
winding down,
baseball, and
it
the
seems
fact
like
that they
we're
did
starting
that
to
made me
see
almost quit watching
some of the
baseball.
performance
A
that the
bad
Tigers were looking
because
for
it
in
was
the
like the
fall
Tigers
And that,
had
too,
a
is why
team to
with
win the
Mize
World
and Skubal,
Series.
You're going to see
They
them.
could've
You're
won
going to
that
see
year,
them pitch
dude.
into the
They
fifth and
would've
sixth
with the
inning
real
if their
manager, man.
pitch counts low because they got to save
How did
that
they
bullpen
waste
and
that
help them
team,
out.
dude? They literally
And a
had
soft
fucking
tap
5
foul.
Cy Young Award winners on
Now
that
there will be
team,
innings
dude.
restrictions in terms of the
Right.
full season, but just by a per game basis, if that counts low, they're going to let him go and let him learn on the fly. But also, it's so helpful.
How
The bullpen. You don't
did
want
they
to
do
throw
that?
Michael Fulmer out there as a piggyback and
That was the
change
greatest
that, but
offense. One of the greatest offenses ever assembled.
That's not what you're looking for this year.
By fucking
there's
other than
two
Anibal
things when you think
Sanchez,
about
who
the
had a
bullpen. It's
breakout
like,
year that season.
Every man,
It's like,
he's not
dude,
gonna name a
Jesus
closer
Christ.
yet because no one's really
It hurts my
doing
head
that job.
sometimes. I'm
Almost
like,
every
dude, you
manager
should have
does eventually
hired
settle on
Gardenhire.
one guy to
We
close
would have won
games
the
out,
World
but it seems
Series.
like that will be an organic process through April, if you will. That
And it
somebody's
was
just
the
gonna
year
grab that
Anibal
role
Sanchez broke out.
because
Like,
he's gonna get
Sanchez
the
was like a
chance, he's gonna
fucking
succeed, he's
machine
gonna get
gun
another
that year,
chance to succeed,
striking
and
every
it'll
fucking
kinda
buddy
just happen,
out.
It seems like.
Right.
It
I mean,
was-
there's a couple guys that are can be tossed into that mix. I mean, you could go Brian Garcia, who has struggled in spring, but he was the closer last year, and walk some guys. Doesn't have a ton of strikeout potential. He's not the guy that's going to blow people away. But then you look at Gregory Soto and you think, well, if this guy can throw strikes.
No,
he's
Chase.
gotta be option one, right?
2015,
option
the
one.
year that they
He has own
Brad
strikes,
Ass hat.
swinging a tap
The ass
foul.
boy himself.
And while AJ
the
doesn't like
ass
hanging
pirate.
labels on relievers like
A guy I would
Longman,
fist
because
fight
hate
if I
that
ever got
term,
the chance to fist fight him.
the guys will have roles, and they'll
Yeah, Brad
understand
Osmers
their
don't
roles
want to
very
catch me in the
clearly
streets,
going
dude. I'll
into
fuck
each
him up.
series. And I think
I'll go
that's
to
the-
jail
that's
over
the
that. I would
distinction
literally
make
catch
for
a case
fans
over
is
Brad.
you're
I'd
not
fuck
gonna
him
hang a
up in the
label on a
streets
guy
if I got
because
the
his long
shot.
guys are going to work short some days, but they will understand.
He
their
ruined
roles
my World
by
Series
series,
chances.
game by
He
game.
really
I
fucked
think
that
like
team
the
up.
perfect example of that
It's
is
on
Daniel
site
Norris
with
is a guy
Brad
who,
Osmus.
he kind of looks at him as like a Swiss Army knife, somebody that can come in and he can get you out
Tigers
to the eighth
has
inning if
Osmus
you
in
want him to. He
2014
can
as
maybe
well,
even
and that's
close
the-
down
yep,
a game
that's
if
what
you
it was,
need him to, but he can
2014.
also pitch
2014.
3-4 innings if you need him to. There's a ton of different things that they can do with this bullpen, and that's what makes it so interesting.
The 2-2.
from hell.
swinging a
He came
pop-up.
straight from hell to ruin
It
our
is rare
Tigers.
for a reliever.
There's a runner at second,
the
by the
last,
way, with runner
let's
at
say 15
first,
years,
or runner at
work
second,
more
one
than
away,
80 innings
2-2
out of
count
the
for
bullpen,
Joyce.
strictly in
Sweet
relief.
swinging Matt
I think
Joyce.
this year we will see
A guy,
guys working
I
strictly out of
don't.
the bullpen, and I'm thinking of the Alexander Norris.
I liked Matt Joyce. I don't know. I was kind of sad when we got rid of him.
100 pitch, or I'm sorry, inning.
I do find it funny.
Phillies
It
been
seems
there
like
for
the
years
only
just
team
because
he
I think
hits
the
well
Tigers are
off
gonna
of is
figure
the
out how to
Detroit
use them
Tigers,
best,
and I'll
but
never
also those
understand
innings are
that
gonna be
dynamic
available
with
to be
him.
chewed up with the staff.
Well, I think even too, you could throw a guy like Derek Holland in that mix as well. I don't think they're going to use him in the same way they might use a Tyler.
Yeah, there's not
Alexander
much we
or
could do
Daniel
about that.
Norris.
We
They're
just
not gonna-
choked.
or Michael
2012
Fulmer,
was
but
painful
he's
because
somebody
we
that has,
choked.
you know,
But to
a
be fair
pass
to the
as a starter,
Giants,
and he
they were a
understands how to do
dynasty.
that,
Like
and
they're the
go a couple
closest
more
thing the
innings, so
baseball's had to a
maybe that's a
dynasty
possibility
in
for
a
him at
really
some point,
like
is to
for
maybe
in
go
a
three
very
if they
long
need him to,
time.
if
So
they like the stuff.
that
Again,
that
don't think
weird
he's as much in that category,
late
but still a
2000s,
possible option if you really
early
need it.
2010 Giants.
Matt
That
Joyce
was
is
an
still at the
incredible
plate. It's we
fucking
kinda just had a little
playoff team.
conversation here
They
about
weren't a
how this
good
roster is
baseball
coming
team, but
together.
put them in the
He's seen
playoffs and they
8
were fucking
pitches. And,
I don't know
it's
what that was.
irritating
That was weird.
Julio Teheran, I think.
Whatever
This
though.
will be the 9th pitch of the at bat.
That's a dynasty. I think they won 3 and 5, wasn't it?
A little bit down. What an at bat, and that's why Matt Joyce is still in the major leagues. As a guy who can come off the bench and give you an at bat.
The Giants, they won 3 and 5, correct?
That will be his role with the Phillies.
Ah, fuck. We got the base. 2 on, nobody
Couple
out.
men on. A rare walk, just the
Joyce
second
walked.
of the spring for Julio Teheran.
We need a double play here. We have a double play
Just
situation
certain
here,
guys
it
you
looks
root
like.
for,
We could
and
probably, I don't know,
He's
Joyce
so
can move.
honest in his appraisal of his struggles early, never shies away from the tough conversations and answering questions from
Kingery
everybody.
up.
And to see it all come together for him in the last 2 outings, that was really neat to see. Fastball up and in has Kingery spinning out of that right-handed
1-0.
batter's box, high, tight fastball. But that was really fun to see from Michael.
Yeah, no, and it was nice to see the stuff come back, you know, in his last
Right.
outing. He looked a lot
he
better.
had to
and that's-
earn it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I think, too, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he had to earn it. I don't know how much, you know, of a question there really was about sending him down to AAA. I don't know if they wanted to do that to him and have him throw at the alternate training site, but still, yes, he had to show that he was worthy of it to give them that okay, so they could, you know, they could check him off that list of, all right, we know we want him in Detroit.
Swinging a foul straight back.
like
AJ was asked about him
dude.
yesterday, is whether, you know, his part of it was to continue to stay here and work with him. He's like, no. Michael Fulmer is a major league pitcher. Let's make that clear. And he has earned this with his stuff. He's just learning really a new way to pitch with less stuff, but the stuff is trending back up, which is also a great sign.
Right. I'm all about repeatability and sustainability, right? Like, that's the big thing for me. So Michael Fulmer, yeah, sure, he is a major leaguer right
Got a
now. But he
1-1
has to show
count.
that he can stay in that role throughout the season. I think he's great to have in the clubhouse, especially early on with a lot of these young players. But he's got to continue to bring it, and he's got to shove out of the bullpen.
Hey, what the?
There will be a need.
Yeah,
There
fucking
always
Pablo
is
Sandoval,
in
dude,
a
was
normal
bullshit.
year. I mean, you do well if you use
That
only 6
dude,
or
I
7
fucking
starters
hate
to
Pablo
make the
Sandoval.
bulk of your 162 starts.
Dude, I hate everything
Most
with the name
teams are in
Giants
the
in it,
8,
dude. The
9
Giants are
range
just literally a
of
thorn
guys
in
who
my
make
side as a
at
team
least
name.
multiple starts this year.
3-1.
Who knows
Dude, is
what the
Toronto about to
number's
walk
going to
another
be,
guy? What the fuck's
because
going on?
it's such uncharted territory. Kingery takes a pitch
Come on,
outside
Toronto.
3-1 in terms of
Come
the
on,
low
Julio.
workload last year, and on a case-by-case basis, they're going to be watching pitchers this year. But Michael Fulmer, I picture Alexander and Norris kind of staying in that bullpen most of the year.
Yeah.
If there's a spot start that needs to be made, Fulmer maybe moves into the rotation as the first option because he's done that more recently than either Norris or Alexander.
Yeah,
And then
dude.
you
I
can't forget
just
about Spencer Turnbull.
whatever.
which
It-
is
that-
7
what-
starters
in
right
06,
there,
it was
and
more
Fulmer's kind of
forgivable
the
because
next
it,
guy
you know,
after
there was no
Spencer
reason we
Turnbull.
should have
We
made
just
it
don't know
anyway.
about Spencer Turnbull right
Full
now.
count.
That's the difficult thing is
Fastball strike.
So that was
3-2.
more just like a
That's
little
the thing is,
miracle,
you know,
and
when
the clock
Turnbull
struck
does
12
come
for
back,
us or whatever.
well, then what
But like
happens?
against
Now,
the
I'm
Giants,
happy we got the
should've
opening day
won
roster,
that
so we're
game.
enjoying this right now. But
We should have
Then
won
there's your
that
6-man
series.
rotation.
well, right, and then
But
someone's got to go.
right, either from the bullpen or you go to 14 and 12, which I don't think AJ.
Oh,
wants
6,
to
the
do, but
Yankees probably should have
that's
been
a
in the World
conversation
Series,
they'll have
but we
to worry
kind of
about
fucked
later.
that up for them.
3-man bench is tough, but it sure seems like we're going to see a breakdown of 14 pitchers, 12 position players at some point in
What?
the not too distant future.
Well, I think that's partial. I think that partially ties into Renato Nunez a little bit in terms of why he got cut from the roster. Because if you're in a situation where you don't take care
He's
of
got Mickey
Harold
D's. Hell yeah,
Castro,
Kenny.
and you're looking at Nunez and Nico Goodrum and
Fastball outside. Wow. Julio Teheran walks Scott Kingery. Bases are loaded. 1 out. 4th inning.
So who all made the
so if
team?
you're in a spot where you have Nico Goodrum and Renato Nunez, and Renato
Hell yeah.
Nunez is hitting home
Underwater.
runs for you, and you got to drop somebody, and you don't want to drop a pitcher, and you have to drop somebody off the bench.
It's
You
not
gotta
on
drop
TV,
Nico Goodrum,
Hayden.
and then you're
It's
in a
on
spot
radio.
where because Nico Goodrum has options.
Bases loaded,
so
one out.
then you're in a really weird spot where you have no utility player.
Right.
So what is it, Goodrum?
Chris
a
Fetter,
catcher.
We've hardly seen him make a visit to the mound.
So Goodrum, Griner, and who? Badu? Those are the 3 guys that made
in
it?
spring training, but it's always interesting to see.
Because they're going 12 on the
Go out
bench
to have a
and
conversation.
14 pitchers. So
Julio Teheran has walked more this inning than he has all spring.
Is that
2. Bases are loaded.
mound visit.
Here in the 4th inning.
Mound visit,
Now, that'll
mound
be interesting when
visit.
Spencer Turnbull comes back, but right now that's a conversation for another day. We just don't know whether it's quarantine. We don't know anything more than it's not a baseball-related trip to the injured list for Spencer Turnbull. But by the time the team breaks camp, it'll be almost 2 full weeks since he last pitched in a game. Derek Hall batting. And he takes a
All
slider
with the bases
low and in.
loaded.
So a rare jam
Another ball.
for Julio
Come on,
Teheran coming
Teheran.
off a game, remember, where he had some
So basically the way it sounds is
he
it
was
sounds
taken out
as
after 2
though
innings as
they're
a
going
precaution.
12 and 14.
Looks like
So
throwing
the
free
obvious
and easy
starters, and
today.
it sounds like
Although you always had that in
the
back of
bench
your
is
mind,
going to be.
just because
I'm
he's walked
just
2 in a
going-
row. But it didn't seem like that was more than just a precautionary taking him out after 2 innings. Hall takes a pitch low and outside, and now 2-0 as he tried to backdoor him with a slider. Herrera started this after the first 11 batters. Herrera's home run was the only hard-hit ball. Herrera then smoked a double, back-to-back walks.
Oh, they're going
A lot of
13 and
pitches thrown the
13.
last
Okay.
2 batters, 15 pitches after he'd been cruising. Now swinging a line drive to the gap in right center field, and that's trouble. That's going to get all the way to the fence, and that's going to clear the bases. Herrera's in,
fuck.
Joyce and Kingery behind him.
Well,
All
it's
the
about to
way
be 4-1.
Third goes Derek Hall, and he slides in safely ahead of the throw. Bases loaded, triple for Hall on a 2-0 pitch. Jacoby Jones had no chance as that one got to the track in deepest center.
All right,
field,
here's
and
the
Phillies
roster,
take a
by the way.
4-1 lead here in the 4th.
You're going home tomorrow? Hell yeah. Kenny, what'd you get for Mickey D's? Catchers will be Wilson
how
Ramos, Grayson
Carolina's
Griner.
kinda lost the command.
Infielders will
Those
be
2
Miguel
walks.
Cabrera, Jamer
Big in
Candelario,
this inning.
Willie Castro, Nico
Giving up a
Nico
hard hit ball
Goodrum,
other
Jonathan
than to a guy
Scope,
named Herrera.
and drum
He was
roll,
trying to,
please.
maybe pitch around a
Harold
little bit,
Castro
trying
made
to,
the team.
maybe a little bit
Congratulations
afraid
to
pound the
Harold
strike zone
Castro.
there, and that's
Outfielders
something
will
that we've
be
seen in
Robbie
past other
Grossman,
pitchers.
Jacoby Jones, Nomar
Just as we were extolling the
Mazzara,
virtues
Victor
of-
Reyes,
right.
and
Julio
Akil
Teheran leading
Badu.
the staff. He walks 2 and gives up a hit on a 2-0.
10-piece Dr.
Ronald
Pepper
Torres
and Large
batting,
Fry.
and he takes
Aw,
a
snap.
fastball
Kenny
for a
got
strike
some
with
food.
ease on the outside corner. 4-1
We got
Phillies
then for the
in
starters,
the 4th.
it'll be
Pittsburgh
Matthew
at
Boyd,
57.
Julio Teheran,
Again, it was low
Tarek
40s
Skubal,
with one
Jose
out here in the
Urania,
4th inning
and
before
Casey
the
Mize. So
back-to-back walks
Skubal gets
pushed
the 3
the
spot,
pitch
it looks
count
like.
up.
Relievers, it'll be
They would love to see
Tyler
him
Alexander, Jose
Let's assume the
Cisnero,
back is not
Buck
an issue.
Farmer, Michael Fulmer, Brian
Sure, the
Garcia,
Tigers would love to see
Holland,
him get
Norris,
into that
and Soto.
75 to 80 pitch range at a 5-inning start. If he can get 2 quick outs here in the 4th, maybe
It
go
is what
5.
it is. Yeah, the runners tripled, by the way, so
Tigers
it's
draw the
3
infield
to
in
1.
tight. You're going to see this from the first
Or
inning
4 to
on
1 with the runner at third and
with
1
the
out.
Detroit Tigers.
1-1 count.
Man at third, less than 2 outs. Pull the infield in. Swinging a foul over the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Torres. Grounded
1
out
and
his
2.
first time up. Breeze continues to blow. It's blowing from right to left. Clearly swirling because we've
The
seen
Mickey D
outfielders take
sounds
funny
really good, Kenny.
approaches to a couple of balls hit in the air,
Yeah.
especially Mazzara in right field last inning.
That actually sounds really good, Kenny. I got pizza,
Torres got
though.
an upright stance, spreads out, knees bent, holds the bat upright with a hand.
Yeah,
below the
Nunez
right
was gonna.
shoulder.
It's got
He
cut.
takes the
Yep.
Slider low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But I mean, hey,
Torres.
It really came down to the fact that Goodrum is
Tough
more
conversation, I
versatile.
think, for AJ.
Goodrum can
Joe
play all
Jimenez,
over the
it sounded
field.
like.
So
That was
yeah, I know. Now I
he
have
was
pizza in my
Tigers
fridge,
closer,
but
an
like,
all-star,
goddamn it.
and lost that job last year.
I need
Even
to
though he
eat.
finished strong, he just didn't show a whole
Enjoy
lot
the game
this
for a
spring.
second, you guys.
I think we'll see
full,
him back
three,
in Detroit
three
this
full
year
count.
at some point. I really do think he gets it figured out.
The 2-2. Fastball away.
Because that sends a message, especially when you're talking ex-closer, ex-all-star, somebody who, this organization has has kind of put their chips in on early on as being a closer and being a guy in Detroit out of that bullpen. So I think it's a message when you've been there and then you get sent away to really hone in on your stuff and work on your craft.
Slider backs up on the inside part of the plate, and they said Torreyes, who got hit by the pitch, actually swung at it on the appeal down to first. I don't think Torreyes knows, but he's just been struck out. He thinks he's going down to first, and he can't quite believe it. If this is a regular season game, I think Joe Girardi would be a little hotter than he is right now. He's going to go out and get an explanation from the home plate umpire, Sean Barber. And he's pointing to, see, it hit the bat. And he's like, no, hit your hand, and you swung at it. Joe West,
I guess it's a strikeout coming.
The crew chief from second base. We don't have benefit of a replay.
Have a good afternoon. I appreciate you leaving a like, Sage. Have a good rest of your day, buddy.
First, I think that's Shane Livensparger. They rotate.
Like I said, we're only going to do through to the seventh. So once the Phillies bat in the top of the seventh, I'm gonna take Alpha, or depending on the score.
So
we'll see how it plays. So
one of the most difficult calls for an umpire. Let's face it. Guy gets hit by a thrown ball, and you're saying no, you just struck out. Well, Tehran needed that. Man at third, 2 outs, 3 runs in, 4-1 Phillies in the top of the fourth inning. And now Nick Maton, who hit a soft fly ball to left his last time up, steps to the plate. Fourth inning brought to you by Little Caesars, a family-owned company. We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. First pitch from Tehran, off speed, down and away, ball 1. AJ was saying that he really feels like Joey
I need to eat soon. I haven't eaten today.
He has no doubt that as tough as it was for him
I'm going
to get
about to leave to go to the game.
Go down and work hard.
All right, Kenny. Are you about to take off? You have a good day too, Kenny. Thanks for coming by.
I mean, you can still look at that.
Have a fun time at the hockey stuff, buddy.
Think that maybe there's going to be something there if he can start throwing strikes, especially low.
2 down here, runner at third. The Phillies are up 4-1.
That's kind of the biggest thing that he needs to do right now, and then do it at a consistent rate. We've seen him do it in short stints. But that's kind of been the trend of his career, is a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and then that just repeats over and over again. And that's not what you want to have, one, from a closer, and two, from really anybody in one of those leverage situations.
I mean, it looked like, I know it was still a slider, but it looked like a new pitch for him this year because of the bigger break and the lower velocity. It was more 80 forward with a big hump to it versus the slider, which was tighter throughout his career, more in that 86, 87 range. And the fastball just didn't seem to have that life that he needs.
We'll see what they do to him at the alternate training site and what they work with him on, and
3-2.
Kind of where they go with his arsenal and his approach.
Maton waiting on a 2-1, low and in. So Tehran, who was just filling up the strike zone with strikes, has just lost a little bit of the feel here in the fourth inning. He's been misfiring. Joyce is really the at-bat you look at. 9 pitches, fell behind, no balls, 2 strikes, and worked him for a walk, and things went south after that for Julio Tehran. He's fallen behind each of the last 4 batters.
All right.
3-1, swinging a ground ball foul, and this is a guy, when he falls behind, you just feel like he's going to throw a strike.
3-2.
You feel pretty good about his chances of getting Nick Maton to swing.
You've never been to a high school championship game? Are you excited? Is it going to be a good atmosphere, you think?
2 outs.
Yeah, that's the thing that a guy like Matt Joyce can do, though. When you're able to work a 9-pitch walk, and it gets inside guys' heads, and those are the type of at-bats, and I know Joyce is with the Phillies, but those are the at-bats that A.J. Hinch just loves, and seen a lot of it from Akil Baddoo, which we'll probably get into at some point.
Yes, we will. Tehran from the stretch with a runner at third, 2 outs. Hall coming down the line after his bases-loaded triple. 3-2 is up and away. How about this? Julio Tehran has walked 3 of the last 5 batters after walking 1 all spring, and his day will come to a very surprising early end. A.J. Hinch out to the mound. Tehran's day is done with his pitch count at 69. Now, he actually can come back out if A.J. wants him to sit down and come back out for another inning of work. Sometimes there is value in that. He's just thrown a ton of pitches this inning. I think he's right around 30. So he's getting the hand here, but we'll watch because we actually saw this yesterday. And we'll see if he comes back out, if they want him to at least start the 5th inning to get one more inning of work that up and down is something that they're always watching, and they always want pitchers who are getting ready for.
They're going to a
the
pitching
regular
change
season to
real
do.
quick. Like I
Tigers go to
said,
their
they're not
bullpen
sure if
here.
this is
Runners at the
a.
corners, 3 runs in, 4-1 Phillies. And while the Tigers make the change, we'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Yeah, they're going to go to a commercial break really quick. It'll be runners at the corners with just with 2 away here in the top of the 4th. The Phillies have taken a 4-1 lead. Yeah, pretty good, solid lead for them. Tehran just seems to have lost all control at this point. So, I guess that's good for the Alex Lang is coming in. Alex Lang. So. Oh, like sushi. It's the middle afternoon. Neck is still kind of fucking. I feel like I might have slept on my neck funky or something. Like I must have like fell asleep. My neck is bothering the shit out of me. Let's see. This shouldn't be that long of a break.
Lower than the everyday low.
Damn, it's a really long
Kroger,
break.
fresh for everyone.
Pitcher for the Tigers. Young man who made an early impression. Well, why wouldn't you? With a big power arm, and we were looking at his game by game in the break. Got up to a great start, and then a little more hittable, a little more struggles. But Alex Lang, because his arm has come back to the levels that made him a first-round pick in 2017 out of LSU, starter turned reliever, and his stuff is playing out of the bullpen. And I don't think there's any question this is an arm to watch as this season goes on, Evan.
Yeah, they like him a lot. I mean, it's just what he can bring to a bullpen and what he can bring with the arm that he has, and the fact that he has those LSU ties, and he's a guy that's played on the big stage before. And when you're 25 years old and you're working your way up, and he was the guy that was involved in that Nick Castellanos trade, and when you
I know. Hey, we gave up triple bases clearing triple this inning. That's made it 4-1.
Seems like Lang is
our
somebody
control
who,
is all over the place again this
I
afternoon.
don't want to say anything too
it's
soon.
It's a 2-0 count from Lang.
Maybe by the midway point of this year, if they need an arm in the bullpen, or towards the end of the year if they do. But I think definitely, the start of next season, he's a guy that you got to watch for to break.
We see him throw a strike here.
Turned reliever, runner from
we
first
just need an out here to get out of the 4th and head to
second. They did not get him. Oh, Jonathan Scope says, I made the tag, or Nico Goodrum at second base. He thought he had him. Joe West said nope. I bet a replay would show. We don't have it. I thought he was out.
Make it 5-1
on the shoulder just as he went in. Joe West says nope. Man at second. Stolen base for Nick.
Stolen base. All right, we have runners at second and third then with a 3-0 count.
Third now. Luke Williams has a 3-0 count.
Hopefully we don't load up the bases again.
When the Tigers got him in that trade from the Cubs as a starter. He last pitched in 2019, high A ball, double A in the Cubs system, then 16 innings at Erie after the trade. And then last year during the shutdown, added some velo. And Tigers saw him in the fall.
See you later,
He
Kenny.
was impressive in 10 innings of work with
Have
13
fun today,
strikeouts.
bud.
And now we've seen consistently 96, 97 with the fastball, and that kind of changes your view of Alex Lang.
And then that down breaking curveball, if you can get that if you can really hone in on that, I think that's the pitch that.
Sorry for speaking with mouth.
If you can really get
food
that
in my mouth
dialed
there. That
in,
was disgusting.
the opportunities are endless.
It's a hard curveball, isn't it? Curveball and slider.
3-0 count. He's taking a while to pitch for some
quick
reason.
Word. 2 big runs to Strand in a 4-1 game. Single makes it a 6-1 game, the 3-0. yanked the fastball down and away and walks the number 9 hitter on 4 pitches. So just as we were talking about all that good strike throwing and how the message has been received that
Well, see you later, Ken. Have a good one, buddy. Yep. All right, so that'll be
this inning.
Bases loaded. Hopefully Hazley doesn't come in and clear the bases again.
Taken out. We did see A.J. Hinch go over to the home plate umpire Sean Barber as he went back toward the Tigers' dugout. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say I think he was talking about it. I think he's going to bring Tehran back for one more, at least to start the 5th inning. Slider down and in. Adam Hazley at the plate. This has been a long top of the 4th. 9th man to bat for the Philadelphia Phillies. Bases are loaded. 3-run triple by Derek Hall. He's at 3rd. Maton's at 2nd. Luke Williams is at 1st. Lang trying to get out of this jam. The 1-0 swing and a pop foul out of play. He just charged at him with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breeze blowing out to left on a
The majority of this game has been played in the top of the 4th.
Florida. Grossman in left, Jones in center, Mazzara in right. Upright stance for Hazley. Been with the Phillies the last couple of years. Fastball middle of the plate at 97.
Hey, a strike.
Bronx cheer from the crowd. Umpire Sean Barber, it's not his fault that we've seen 4 walks this inning. Hazley kind of extends the hands away from left side of the batting helmet. Upright stance. There's the breaking ball. Just missed off the plate inside.
2-2.
Lang gets the ball. He's ready to go. Hazley struck out and hit a routine fly to left off Tehran in his first 2 at-bats, batting for the 3rd time. The 2-2, swinging a ground ball foul. StatCast is calling that the slider, but that is the curveball, isn't it, at 84.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're making him work, though. They are making him work.
Man. 4-pitch walk, and now Hazley's going to see at least 6 pitches. Joyce saw 9, Kingery 6, Torreyes 6, Maton 6. Just to give you an idea how this inning has gone. The 2-2. Swinging a line drive to the gap in right field. We may have another bases clearing extra base hit. And we will. Hall is in. Maton and Williams right behind him. Throw comes to the plate, not nearly in time. 2 bases clearing extra base hits for the Phillies this inning. That's a bases loaded double that clears the bases. 3 runs in. And the Philadelphia Phillies have opened up a 7-1 lead here in Lakeland.
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is
it all started
happening?
with Matt Joyce, huh? Well, Odubel Herrera, but then Matt Joyce.
No, I go right back to Matt Joyce.
Yeah.
Go right back to Matt Joyce. Yeah, the veteran at bat, there is value in that.
This isn't fun.
I think, why would you keep Matt Joyce? Because of at-bats like that. And he can still play well in the outfield, well enough.
It's bullshit.
JT Realmuto takes a fastball low and away.
All right, they clear the bases out, making it 7-1.
Bases loaded, bases clearing, extra base hits in the same inning.
So now, I'll do till the 6th inning.
One strike.
Jesus,
bases
this is
loaded
bad.
Triple for Hall. He crushed his to deepest center
I hate
field.
getting blown out.
Bases loaded double for Adam Hazley down the right field line.
This is brutal.
3 RBIs for both Hall and Hazley in the same inning. 7-1 Phillies. 1-1.
It is nice to have food
There's
in my
the hard
belly,
slider away at 91. So it is fastball, curveball, slider, but
precisely,
curveball's
Kevin. That's
in
probably a
mid-80s.
very accurate
That's
way
a
to
hard
put that.
curveball.
Oh, please throw strikes,
Slider's in
dude.
the low 90s for Alex Lang to go with his 96, 97 mile-an-hour fastball.
Very bold of you to assume he's able to throw
2-1
strikes.
fastball
Rob.
away.
That's
It feels
true.
like an inning that just may not end here in Lakeland. At some point, AJ can just hold up his hands and say, Uncle. I don't think Joe Girardi would necessarily mind. Aaron Nola's been sitting for about an hour.
I don't know if AJ would do that though. He seems like he seems like the guy who wouldn't do that.
I know, and yet,
But
he has to get Lang has to get to 20 pitches before AJ can do that. If he gets to 20 pitches, I think we'll see him just say, "Uncle, inning over." Spring training rule. Don't think we'll see it in the regular season. The 3-1. Back up breaking ball on the inner half of the plate. Sean
Hey,
Barber
3-2. Look at that.
to help out. Alex Lang calling the inner
Honestly,
half
if
of
we
the plate.
don't
JT Realmuto,
do something by the
just a
bottom of the
handful
fifth, I'm
at-bats,
probably going to dip
signed
on
back
this
by the
game.
Phillies and got hurt before
I don't
the
wanna watch
exhibition
the
season
ball.
ever began. Catching a bullpen session, 3-2, swinging a pop foul out of play. You don't see that very often, and he didn't get back until this past week. But he's going to be likely the opening day catcher. For a while there, it looked like the backup of Andrew Knapp would
This
be
was
getting
at
a start on
40
opening day, but the thumb has healed.
46 minutes.
Realmuto signed to a 100 and, what was it, 110, I believe?
This has been a 40
deal.
minute half inning.
Dave Dombrowski's talked about, I didn't think we'd be able to re-sign him. We had so many other needs, but I got the go-ahead, and
Maybe 30,
this is a
rather.
big deal for the Phillies to get him back. Fastball low. Wow. What an inning. Pitch count at 17. We have to get to 20 and
Ball
complete
four,
a plate
lost him.
appearance before the inning can
34
be called.
minutes. Herrera's
Dubel Herrera at the plate already with a double and a home run. He started this inning
just hit another home run. Why
about
not?
35 minutes
I bet
ago
you can't hit a home
with
run,
a double
Herrera.
into the left field corner.
Bet you can't do it
Julio
again.
Teheran, just to review, cruised to the first
Huh.
11 batters of this game. Only a home run to Herrera.
Bet you
That was
can't
the
make
only
it 10 to
blemish
1,
on his
Herrera.
record. Swinging a miss at a hard breaking ball. Strike
0-1.
one. There had not been a ball that had been hit hard other than his home run, and then he smoked a double into the left field corner to start this inning with a one-out double. Since then, we have seen 5 walks,
1-1.
2 bases loaded, extra base hits that cleared the bases both
Man,
times.
this game is getting boring.
Fastball away.
I hope we do some kind of
Odubel
response
Herrera.
here in the bottom half. If not, and we don't do anything
is
in the
quite
fifth,
the inning.
I don't want to watch this game.
You know, you used to bring into this booth
It's already a
You
bummer
used to
that it's
bring
not on TV.
quick innings.
Yes.
First
And
couple of
literally,
games,
like
they were at
every
5 and
other
6
game
pitch
is
innings, we
on
could hardly even
television this
complete a thought.
afternoon.
And now
We're the free
inning
game
that
of the
will
week
not end, swing and a
tomorrow.
miss.
Free game of the day or whatever.
Breaking ball away.
So we'll be on TV
Maybe a
tomorrow.
Changeup. Who knows? At 88.
1 and 2.
Away.
all he needs is one more. One more and we're out of here.
Odubel Herrera was invited back. He's been with the Phillies at the major league level his entire career. Started with Texas, and then they signed him back. But he's a non-roster invite who will make the opening day roster. 1-2. Slider in the dirt. Some questions whether it hit Herrera. It did not. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 outs.
Sorry for yawning, but this game is
2 outs a long
exceedingly.
time
I'm
ago.
losing interest
And then
in.
2 walks, a double, and another walk. It put 2 men on.
I hate getting blown out, especially in the spring.
And this is where your guys behind you are just on their heels at this point. The 2-2, swinging a pop-up into shallow right center. This is trouble, and that ball is going to be caught by Nico Goodrum. That's a great play by
wow.
Nico. He wasn't on his heels. Not an easy.
All right, we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Cabrera, Scope, and Mazzara due up. Cabrera, Scope, and Mazzara due up. Hopefully they do something here to somewhat make this interesting because, boy, oh boy, am I getting tired of radio games. Ugh. Commercial break. I'll unmute the game as soon as possible. Cabrera, Scope, Mazzara, just so we can remind ourselves. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. 7-1. Tigers trail. Fucking game is so boring.
And best-in-class cars you can bring along every.
If it was on TV, it'd be so much better. By the way, my back was really itchy right there. If that looked very strange.
Motor City. Visit Chevy Detroit.
I can reach. My whole back, it's pretty nice. Almost. What do you mean finally? Oh, the inning. Yeah, the inning finally ended. Yeah. Archie Bradley's coming in to pitch for the Phillies. It'll be Cabrera, Cope, and Mazzara.
Like the 7th inning, so Joe Girardi is actually going to his bench a little early here. Bryson Stott takes over at short. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning after an endless top half of the inning.
Wait, did they just say this
Phillies.
is going to be a 7-inning game?
We did see Julio Teheran head to the Tigers bullpen. It looks like if he's going to throw a little bit more, it's going to be in the bullpen. He actually is throwing right now. So my prediction was not correct that he'll come back out for another inning, but I was correct. They wanted him to throw a little bit more to build up that pitch count. Archie Bradley, the bearded one, is the new
Did they
pitcher
say they were
for
going,
the
we're going
Phillies.
7 today?
Miguel Cabrera at the plate. He takes a strike one pitch a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Archie Bradley's been around for a while. First round pick 10 years ago by the Diamondbacks. Starter turned reliever, ground ball foul down the first base line.
1-1.
We've been watching Miguel all spring. Adam Petzold of the Detroit Free Press, kind enough to join us in the middle innings. There was that time when it looked like he was, all right, that stroke was getting to where he wanted to.
Your life and everything that comes with it, with room for up to 8 passes.
It looks like if he's going to throw a little bit more, it's going to be in the bullpen. He actually is throwing right.
Chevy Traverse is like a home away from home. Put it in D and see
for another inning, but I was correct. They wanted him to throw a little bit more to build up that pitch count. Archie Bradley.
Family, and we are family.
Hold on, I want to see something here.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
Blah, blah, blah. I have to. I had to hear something. 1 away, by the way.
Changed defensively for the Phillies. This is actually like the 7th inning, so Joe Girardi is actually going to his bench a little early here. Bryson Stott takes.
So is it a 7-inning game?
The switch can flip so quickly, and that's
it's a 7-inning game. Okay. I guess I'll just do the whole game then. I didn't know it was 7 innings.
He still has that pretty decent, above-average season in him. What does that mean?
1-1 count. 0-1 for Scope. I didn't know it was 7 innings today. I'll just do the whole game.
His level of performance has been much more league average in terms of on-base plus.
My bad. All right, whatever.
The last 4 years, but I just think it's in there.
I'm gonna
and it would be so big for this offense if he did produce at a higher level than what we've seen the last 4 years. Now, the odds say, odds are he's going to be at that level. But I don't know. I still think it's in there for Miguel Cabrera, and it would be big for this offense if it is.
Yeah, and he's chasing milestones too, so that's got to be in the back of his mind somewhere. As much as
I'll do the whole game, fuck it, 7 innings,
that out as much as possible. I mean, you want to get to those numbers. Those are numbers that you want to be able to make it to, and if he can accomplish, both the marks for home runs and hits. If he can get to 500 and 3,000, if he can do that this year, he'd gladly do it this year.
Right.
So that's in the back of his mind too. So hopefully that gives him a little bit of a boost.
I think we'll get an indication. I think pretty early on.
Looks like he strikes out.
Corner to Scope.
Yep. Scope goes down, 2 down.
Same pitch. Gets Scope. They got Cabrera.
Here comes Mazzara, 2 down in the inning.
2 down against Archie
Bradley.
So
making
maybe
quick work
Aaron
of
Nola
us.
just sat too long for Joe Girardi to bring him back into this game. I think that was about a 40-minute break. I'm guessing either he was planned for 3 today, or they just said, you know what, we're not going to send you back out there. Nomar Mazzara at the plate. So here's my debate with myself before you joined us in the 4th inning, Adam. If Miguel Cabrera starts at first base on opening day, and on days when he starts at first, I mean, you're going to have Scope at second. You're going to have, just talking about opening day, you're going to have Ramos behind the plate. Who's your DH on opening day? It's not going to be Goodrum or Castro, right? You're not going to use your super utility guys as a DH, swinging a foul out of play. I was thinking it might be Mazzara with Reyes in the outfield.
Yeah, that would make sense. That's realistic. I mean, unless they wanted to do something where they'd pull, say Cabrera plays first and they pull Candelario off third and want to shift and maybe Candelario's your DH. But no, I think Mazzara makes the most sense.
Swinging a little
Let's
soft
say Mazzara
foul.
probably DHs. Yeah,
AJ
we're down
wants to put
7-1.
his best defensive team out there, and Reyes is
No,
better
not a good.
defensively
It's
than
not. It's
Mazzara.
not been good
And
for
he
us.
likes. We should talk about.
And we're
Jeimer
down
Candelario
0-2
because
quickly.
He made it clear. AJ
Yeah.
made it clear today in talking about
Get that
again
vid, like 2 weeks
Tigers
ago, it
lineup
has
for
120,000
opening
views.
day.
Oh yeah, Motor
final
City.
roster,
Hey man,
26-man
if you
roster
get TikTok
has been
famous, you should
set.
be shouting out my
Curveball
YouTube
bounces
channel
up to home
somehow.
plate. He likes Jeimer Candelario better at third. Everybody's like, well, if Nunez not on this team, does that mean he gets the bulk
Help
of
your
the
boy
starts
out
at
if you
first?
become
No.
famous,
Jeimer
man. Don't forget
Candelario
about
in
us.
AJ Hinch's
Motor
eyes
City,
is the
keep
third
making,
baseman.
you know.
I just think
do
you don't
the
want people
TikTok,
to be under the assumption it's going to be the exact same way that it was last year when
However,
CJ
TikTok
Cron went down with
dances.
that
What are you
injury.
doing?
Ground
TikTok
ball to
dances?
first. That's a good play by Hall. He charged to field the in-between hop, made the play unassisted. Mazzara's hit the ball hard twice, both to Hall. Once.
All right, that's going to end the half inning. It'll be Joyce, Kingery, and Hall due up in the top of the fifth. This is apparently just a 7-inning game, so we're just going to do the whole game. I didn't realize it was just 7 innings. I only have 3K followers. Now I do memes about. Yeah, just keep doing those. Eventually, like, do me a little shout out in the future.
We bring it all together.
Break. I'll unmute it as soon as it's back on. Again, it'll be Joyce, Kingery, and Hall. New memes about EDP. That's funny. I got ops. You guys want to see? I just caught one of my ops lacking, bro. Hold on. I got him right here, bro. You want to see? Look at this. He just tried to take me out, bro. This guy right here, bro. You see this fuckboy bag? I was trying to walk normal. I almost just slipped on it. What's good? What I do to my ops. Oh fuck. Goes. Oh, I slipped for real. Oh. That was painful. That wasn't.
Fifth inning in Lake. 1 Philadelphia Phillies fifth inning brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. I'd like to remind you to download
we're back
the
on.
MLB
Game's back on.
Hopefully
we don't give up 6 goddamn runs again to the
pitch
goddamn.
by pitch, breaking news, updates, stats.
My favorite sports moment
You
is
can
when
put Dan and
Joey
Jim in your
Batista
pocket.
hit that
Carries
home run.
around all summer long.
Oh,
on
hell
the
yeah.
MLB.com at bat.
That is a fun home
app.
run. That is a great moment.
$2.99 a month, and you can get
It's
radio
Joyce,
broadcasts
Kingery,
from
and bleh.
your favorite broadcasters
Daniel
in
Norris is
Detroit and
pitching,
as well
so.
as across the country.
Daniel Norris
Matt
pitching.
Joyce at the plate. We're blaming this game on him.
Joyce, Kingery, and
Daniel
Hall.
Norris is the new pitcher. First
Top
pitch
5.
fastball low and outside. The ex-Tiger and the product of Florida Southern, drafted by the Tigers back in 2008, had a 9-pitch at bat. Julio Teheran was rolling, and he just threw a wrench in the works. Touched off a brutal inning. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies went on to score 6 runs after his walk put 2 men on with 1 out. And again, Teheran had cruised through the first 11 batters of this game. Daniel Norris is in the Tiger bullpen. The 1-1, swing and a miss. That's a terrific slider. That's a big pitch for him. And one bad outing, if my memory serves me right, Adam, in terms of this spring. But this has been a good spring for Daniel Norris. The 1-2, slider low and away.
Yeah, this is his 6th
I would agree.
appearance.
It's been a good spring.
This spring, and yeah, it was
2
outings ago.
60
Gave
wins
up 3
over,
against
way
the Blue
over.
Jays, and then a couple games before that to the Yankees. But for the most part, though, he's looked pretty good. He had 3 innings scoreless, 2 innings scoreless.
Damn it.
this spring.
I think
as well.
Joyce is about to get a hit. Yeah, Joyce gets a single.
3 walks, 10 strikeouts, and 9 1/3. Line drive here over the glove of a leaping Scope.
All right, so top of the 5th, they get a runner on
Joyce
in a
beats the
7-1
shift
game.
with a line drive single in a lefty-on-lefty matchup. A.J. Hinch has talked a lot about Daniel's ability to get righties out with his changeup. He really likes him matched up against righties. Something to watch with Derek Howland because he has to show he can get righties out at a better clip than he has the last few years. I think the Tigers are of the belief he will with the stuff that he's shown out of the bullpen.
How many games did this team win last year? Or not last year, but the year before that?
Scott Kingery steps to the plate.
In 2019.
Strikeout for him today, swing and a miss. Wow, that slider's gotten better, hasn't it? I mean, that's a heck of a pitch right there.
You know, Derek Holland, you mentioned him. You know, we got a chance to talk to him today, and man, I mean, he is so pumped up to not only make the roster, but just to prove people wrong. You know, the guys, the people out there, the Twitter trolls, as he said, that, call him old and washed up and stuff like that. But he still feels like he has more to prove.
I said this team's 500.
Tiger fans
just
probably
over.
just remember the start he made against the Tigers last year. He gave up 4 home runs to the first 5
runner at
batters.
first.
That wasn't pretty.
And
over 75, yeah. Like I said, 500 or better.
Holland, he stayed in.
0-2.
And he gave, actually, after that, I mean, think of taking that punishment and you want to just go bury yourself in the corner somewhere. He went out and gave his team 4 really good innings after that, after taking the punishment. And I always was surprised that they brought him out for the 6th inning that game, and that's when he gave up a few more runs. But when you look at that start, 4 of the first 5 batters hit home runs, you just be like, good grief. What does Derek Holland do? He battles and gives his team 4 much-needed innings. And, again, I never understood why Derek Shelton let him go to the 6th inning.
My hopes
I
are
remember
perfect.
talking to him after he signed, and he said, that's the one thing that I want to tell the prospects on this team. And he said, I know that game's going to get brought up at some point when I walk into that clubhouse, and I'm going to tell everybody, I went back out there and I battled.
He did.
He takes a lot of pride in
of
that.
little faith
Kingery
is disturbing.
strikes out. Derek Hall at the plate, another lefty.
1-1 count for the new guy, I guess, already. For Hall. He spawns in with a 1-1 count.
Bullpen, but
1 away runner at first.
I mean, the chances are, righties will still have the edge against him, but I really think that he's going to show that with his stuff, working out of the bullpen, he'll be able to get righties out at a better clip. And this is, again, where the A.J. Hinch and Chris Fetter talk about the data that backs up what they're seeing with their eyes. Their eyes see low walks, high strikeouts, but their eyes also see. The data tells them that improved breaking ball can be a weapon against righties that he didn't have before. And that's why A.J. loves the guys with the growth mindset that he talks about, the ability to always try to get better, and he's developed
I know, it's not good.
pitch to get out righties.
1-2 count.
Without that, I don't think that it was a lock that he was going to make this
and
team
2 down.
swing and a miss. You talk about
got a strikeout. 2
lefty
outs here
with a
in the
slider.
top of the
Wow.
5th.
Hall.
Runner at
Heart
first.
wasn't
Tigers
in
trying
it.
to get through
The
this
rear end was gone
without
that's for
giving
sure,
up any more damage.
Hall just waved at that slider down and away. 2 outs, man on first. So that slider can wipe out lefties for Norris. Changeup can get out righties. Fastball's been 92 to 94, and he has used it, I think, very effectively up in the strike zone at the right time. A lot of sliders today. Bryson Stott, first at bat, another lefty, takes the slider low and away, ball 1.
And I wonder, too, with Daniel, if there's ever going to be a point where he just falls in love with being a reliever. Because he has the mindset to do everything, but he wants to be a starter. Everybody wants to be a starter. But I wonder if there's a point where he kind of says, okay, yeah, this is actually a lot of fun. I'm getting guys out, I wonder if there ever becomes a moment in time where that happens. Because he's got the stuff.
He's got the
All right,
stuff.
here we go.
He's got the ability. I think.
All right.
Again, it's uncharted territory for relievers to.
You guys ever hear that song by the Bare
Naked
Naked Ladies?
It used to be not.
It's called Brian Wilson.
We're talking
Great
30
song,
years
great
ago
song.
or more. But there's no reason that you couldn't, when properly built up, I think, get relievers back.
2-2 count
These guys
for
know how
Stott.
to make sure guys get enough rest to a level where they are working 90 and 100 innings. And Norris could be extremely valuable in that role. Check swing on a fastball, strike 1.
And I think that had to have been part of A.J. Hinch's explanation. We've heard it, with the defensive versatility piece with Nico and just communicating things. Here's where you're going to be, here's why I'm doing it, and here's how it benefits us, and here's how it benefits you. I can only imagine he poured all those things into Daniel Norris.
The 2-2 to Stott in the dirt, 3-2.
Full count.
AJ's
we got cheeked up in the
series by
6th inning. They
series.
had
He's gonna let
we
certain
basically
pitchers
walked the
know, as
bases
we talked
loaded
about,
twice,
like Buck Farmer
and
said,
they had a bases clearing
against the
triple
Minnesota
and then a
Twins.
bases
Nelson
clearing
Cruz
double.
coming up in the 8th inning
And
today. You're gonna
this
get
is
the
this
8th
is
inning.
the outcome. It's only a
Or
7-inning
somebody
game,
who's
I
his
guess.
closer. Okay, Soto's earned the closer's job by the end of April. But
So
you know
that's
what?
why
In the
I'm
8th
that's
inning,
why
this
I'm
tough
willing to
lefty's
finish
coming up,
this
you're gonna
game
get
out,
the
or
8th
else
inning. And that's
I'd
the
be
kind of
done after the
communication
5th.
that goes into it. Fastball low and outside, another walk.
Yeah,
issued by
dude, the Phillies
Tigers
are just
pitcher. That's 6
whatever.
now.
Yeah, it's always
All in the
done.
last 2 innings. Puts 2 men on with 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
I made
That's
this
what I think
video.
you'll see
This
with
is
Daniel
so
Norris.
Bill
I
Belichick
mean,
and Nick
Looking
Saban.
ahead, we have a short start. It's going to be you today. But if we get into the
walk.
late innings of Game 3 of this
Two
series,
on,
and our
two
starters have been
out.
going long, you might get the 7th and 8th inning if these guys are coming up. It's very much about the game situation and the matchups for A.J. Hinch and Chris Fetter and staff. He's not going to lock guys into one particular role, but he's got 4 guys who can go long. 3 especially can go 3 or 4 innings, talking about Alexander, Norris, and Fulmer. And that gives him, I think, a lot of comfort, especially with the way Fulmer
I would
is
like
in
to
spring
see
training.
us pitch good and get out of this shit.
Lefty on lefty matchup. Nick Maton at the plate, a walk and a fly ball to left field. The strike 1. Just off the plate away. Misfiring a little bit with that fastball location. 93 on the fastball.
Oh, I got it right now.
Velocity
Yeah,
does matter to
I already
Daniel.
have
I
both
think
the
he always
monitors.
feels
Yeah.
a little more confident.
Yeah, I'm looking at one of them right
when
now.
he sees 93, 94 on
and then
that
the main
scoreboard.
one in front of me. Yeah. I'm double
The 1-1.
monitoring.
Swing and a
Very
miss.
nice.
Really good slider. Down and away. Be surprising if Maton got anything but another slider right here. 7-1 Phillies. We're in the 5th inning in Lakeland, Florida.
Yeah, dual monitors.
Bases
Yeah, man.
loaded triple and the bases loaded double in the same inning. And the Phillies turned a 1-1 game into a 7-1 game in the 4th. The 1-2, swinging a little pop fly into right center field. Mazzara charging hard, and he'll make a nice running
if they get
catch.
some late season
Into
matchups
shallow right
against
center.
Cleveland and
Little
Chicago.
bloop
Maybe.
off the bat of Maton.
Yeah, that's good.
And Norris works out of a mini jam in the 5th. We go to the
All
bottom
right,
of
there
the
we
5th
go.
inning in Lakeland, Florida. 7-1 Phillies on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
All right, we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Not much time remaining here for the Tigers to try to do something. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Ugh. Thought I had to burp. It'll be Ramos, Goodrum, and Jones. Ramos, Goodrum, Jones here in the bottom 5th. This game is so fucking... I'll be honest. But that's all right. Not all of them can be great. Not all of them can be great. See if there's anything crazy going on. Todd Frazier opted out of his contract. Commercial break, by the way. That's why it's muted. I think that... oh, I already read that. Yeah, the Tigers are going to be weird this year. I think they're just about a 500 team or just over, as long as everything goes right for them. Like everything, you know, everyone stays healthy, people develop correctly. Let's see. Game back on? Sure. You have about 10 seconds. So watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Along with Adam Petzold from the Detroit Free Press.
See?
Beat writers all spring long have been very kind in helping out in the middle innings as my partner Jimmy Price rests up for opening day back in Detroit. Stays safe, stays healthy.
All right, bottom 5.
Conversations all
Ramos,
spring.
Goodrum,
And
Jones.
Evan, it's been a really
8-9-1.
There've been so many things going on with the new staff. There always are. But we've gotten certainly a feel for what A.J. Hinch values in building a roster. And as he's pointed out, these are conversations that
count.
take place every day. There was a lot of talk
2-0 count.
about each position and how it was going to come together. From your standpoint, as you've looked at spring training and watched all that's been going on, what are the biggest things that strike you about what the Tigers have found out about this Tigers team, or what the Tigers players have found out about this coaching staff?
I think there's a lot. It almost feels like there's so many things to try to, pinpoint one specific thing that jumps out. But, I mean, I think it's just the fact that, I understand what happened in 2017 is what happened in 2017, but A.J. Hinch is a winner, and he knows how to win, and he's going to do things his way, and there's a process to everything that happens, whether it's, throwing elevated fastballs or pounding the strike zone.
Cool, hell yeah. Ramos reaches
placement,
on a wall.
Or bringing the infield in.
Good way to start the inning, I would argue.
Even if it's early in games. Anything like that, the shifts, we've seen it too. Like, there's a process to everything. There's a reason why everything happens, and I think for a lot of guys, they're starting to understand why it's happening too, and why A.J. Hinch is making these calls and why Chris Fetter is making these calls, and I think that all kind of comes together. And
me so bad right now.
You're going to start to see a better performance over a period of time as this becomes more normal for everybody under this new staff.
I think that's, people may be hearing it a lot, the word process, but I think that is kind of the important word, meaning that they're throwing a lot at these guys.
Gooder them up.
Yeah.
And Casey Mize
one on, nobody out
of
here in the bottom of the fifth.
Some concern
7-inning game
Tiger
today,
fans,
by the looks of
is
it.
this guy ever going to get anybody out? But he always
it's going to be 0-2
even though
quickly.
he admitted he was getting a little, he needed to have a really good outing.
His pitcher works quickly, does
they just stuck
Coonrod.
with what they were seeing. They saw good stuff. They knew that he had to just learn how to apply it and make sure that the sequencing and all the things that they were teaching him were put into place, and that it happened the other day. But it's such a good example. I know we've talked about it, but that's what's going on with a lot of these players, younger players who are still understanding all the concepts that they are trying to teach, whether it's defensively, whether it's running the bases, whether it's your performance on the mound. The 0-2 pitch to Nico Gibbon, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think, too, with AJ, another thing is he's brutally
decided
honest.
not to show up this afternoon to the game. I'm not. I don't know. This is a hard one.
From day
Tigers
one,
is
right?
playing
when
like doo-doo. I don't think they really
care
today.
He called all these guys into his office one by one over a period of about a week and a half, and some later rivals obviously jumped in there after.
Yeah, it's just preseason. We're all right.
He's the guy that he's going to tell you exactly where you're at in the organization, exactly what he thinks about you, and exactly where he wants you to be and where he thinks you can go. And he's going to tell you how to get there.
Right.
Like he lays it all out, and I think that's really impressive. I think that's pretty new to a lot of these guys.
And fucking struck out.
It's a clean slate, so maybe take advantage of that. But what you've done in the last couple of
Foul
years
tip,
is not
strike
going
three.
to determine whether you make this opening day roster. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, Candy's hitting great. 366 for his spring
today.
He's had a good spring. Willie Castro's had a great spring. Grossman's been pretty good, especially as of late. Ramos has been pretty solid, consistent, about 289. So I don't know. It's not too bad. Some guys are hitting good, some aren't. You got to hope with Candy it is consistent
Brings
through.
Up Jacoby Jones. Been a quiet spring for him. Ground ball softly to second base. Fielded by Maton. Steps on second. Throws to first. Unassisted 4-3. Inning ending double play as Jacoby Jones bounces into the double play against Bradley to end
Fuck
the
that.
fifth.
I'm done. I'm sorry, everybody. I can't do it anymore. There's 2 innings left. We're gonna lose 7-1 or like 7-3 or some shit. It's not like we're gonna score. Sorry, but like I really am having trouble finishing this one out. It's a short 7-inning game, and yeah, we're getting absolutely cheeked right now. Yeah, it is a really nice day. I kind of want to go outside and kind of stretch my arm out a little bit regardless. I'm like my neck's all sore and shit, and I want to kind of go stretch. But just moving myself. So yeah, we'll figure this all out. But yeah, for what we'll do later tonight, we'll have another stream. More than likely it's going to be Monopoly with Mike, Amir, and probably my buddy Tim. Right around 10 o'clock is when we'll play. We'll play like maybe a game or two. And we'll see how it goes. Oh, I appreciate you, Underwater. I appreciate the subscribing. Very kind of you. Yeah. And tomorrow, obviously, we'll be live. The game will actually be on TV, which will be nice, but it's like the free game. It's one of the free games of the day, just like other teams. So there'll be that to deal with as well. So All right, you guys have a good afternoon too. I will see you all later tonight for the Monopoly stream, unless something weird or drastic happens and it just has to be like delayed or I don't know. But more than likely, I would expect it. So yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the baseball stream. Sorry it wasn't longer. It's just it was only a 7-inning game anyway, and that was to get through an inning. To get through the fourth and fifth, it took an hour. Whereas the first three, it was just getting bad. But all right, guys, thank you guys so much. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the dislikes if you left any. And yeah, have a good one. I'll see you later. If I don't, I'll see you tomorrow for the Tigers. And yeah, peace out. Go Patriots. Go Lions. Go Tigers. And bye-bye.